Okay, sorry, ignore this. I gotta get my microphone. Hello? get my microphone. Earlier today and I needed to redo it. Okay, and then I need to get my this one. Yes, that does my cool Christmas music I have playing in the background. Hello. Do we hear now? Ooh, yeah, it's just some nice. Here, that's my Christmas music I'm playing right now. Some nice Christmas jazz, you know, smooth. Yeah. My, oh, that's so cute. Let me add some love back. But yeah, hello everybody. I was talking about my jazz and how much I love jazz. It's very lovely. It's one of my. Look, okay, I'm sorry. My internet big doo I live in the middle of nowhere. Not until I get back from Christmas. You have evolved. Very fair. Ooh, it has been a long day. It's really warm in my room. Oh, you ascended. Oh, there you go. You're back. Useless. Ooh, let me get some nice Gatorade. Yeah. I know it's animated too. It's a free asset pack. If you guys would like it, I will link that as well. Just give me 5 seconds. Ooh, I would say cold. You are ascending again. No, that's my internet. I can patch through a stream, but like having so. Oh, his true heart. And Pat, hello everybody. I hope you're having a lovely Christmas week. I think that's what this is.
You guys are looking at me with like.
Oh, it's cold outside. Let your friend inside. He's hard to hear. Oh, are you hard to hear?
Am I?
I don't know. Can you listen to my stream for a second to see if you are?
Give me a second.
Because if I listen to my own stream, it'll echo.
I don't hear myself at all, actually.
Oh no!
No, I'm just very quiet.
Oh, oof. Okay. Sorry. Yet again, my stuff got deleted earlier today. Okay, maybe it'll be in here. What do you have?
I love that settings is just a close-up of
This is my close-up tab.
this is the technical difficulty.
Yeah, it is. In case I mess anything up, I grab from here.
No, this is what we call distraction.
Yeah, it's look into my eyes. Yeah, no, nothing's happening. Okay, where is? Oh, I don't have it on. It might just be in my. Might just be on here. Oh, I think I found it. Okay, is this better?
I don't know. Let me talk for a bit, and then I will listen to myself.
Oh, it might not be. Well, oof, it might honestly be in my here.
How do I sound on Discord?
You sound fine on Discord. Okay, let me go here and let me go to my filters. Edit filter. Let me just I might just need to give you a nice little gain here. How is it now?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's. Oh God. Yeah, I have audio output capture, right? And I was turning that up a bit. How is that now? Yeah, he's freezing in outer space, guys. I'm sorry. That's why he's phasing into the next dimension. Okay, okay. Oh. I'm like flashbanging you guys with music. Oops. The music got louder. Okay. I'm not sure what you're going through then. I'll just add a new sound source, and we'll. A video capture device? No, thank you. You can't contain me. Audio. Hippity ha. Hippity hoopity ha. Beep boop. Give me a moment. I'm distracting you guys. Nothing's happening at all. I didn't fuck up. Oh, no, no, no. A cat's in front of my stuff and I can't see. Kitty. Yeah. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Ooh, a book of 3,000 questions. How lovely. Okay, okay. What's 1251? What's that question?
What is your favorite time of the year?
What is my favorite time? I like the fall because it's my birthday. Yes, it is! What are you talking about? It is all of fall. Oh no, cat, you're knocking down my microphone. Oh god. Too bad. Okay.
Oh wow, yeah, I am not irritable at all.
You can't contain man's music. Okay. Oof. I'm sorry. I added another desktop audio. Did that help? Me small brain. Have a bigger brain. Yeah. Wow, lovely.
So, when I talk, you mute your music for a second, and then I'll talk, and we'll see where I'm coming in.
Okay.
Okay, so when I talk, nothing. Go down the sound list. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, I am on none of your outputs.
Yeah.
I am on none of.
You know, I did have a Discord audio one, but it wasn't working.
Why I'm not coming into your normal.
I don't know either. Discord's really weird with my stuff half the time. So let me just add a audio input. Ooh, that might be bad. Xullea echo. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna. Okay, okay. We got this. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. We're gonna let him in, guys. He's gonna be let into the thingy. He's floating around in space, dying.
And like, I have giant ears.
Okay, how is this now?
Let us find out how this sounds.
I think I let him in, guys.
Yeah. It's so warm.
It's so. I don't know how you didn't like freeze to death and die with no oxygen
believe it or not, you don't really freeze to death very quickly in space.
No oxygen.
Atmosphere to transfer heat.
Oh, okay.
So it's very, very cold in space. However, heat needs to transfer, and the only way you can do it in space is through radiation. So you don't freeze like you see in the movies. I would explode, kind of, as there's no pressure out there, and all of my blood would literally boil in my body. So it still wouldn't be pleasant. Freeze to death.
Very fair. How'd you do it before when you were streaming the New World raids? That worked well. Ah, that's good. Yeah, that's how I actually did it before was through like my desktop audio, but now it just doesn't work for some reason. So I do it through like my headset.
Well, hello everyone.
Hello.
I am in my Christmas sack.
My Christmas sack.
Wait, I've decided it's a stocking.
Yes, you are. I've decided it's a stocking. All right.
I'm in a Christmas stocking.
Well, guys, congratulations! You get this piece of coal for your stockings, you know? In your...
You know, I actually got that. So you know, every parent scares their children, like, if you're not good, you're gonna get coal for Christmas. I actually got coal for Christmas one year.
Oh.
And that was it. That was all I got.
Wait, seriously? Was it a joke?
Yeah.
Or were you bad?
Apparently I was bad.
Did you think you were bad that year?
No, of course not. What child thinks they're bad?
Hey, I don't know.
I was very upset.
Now,
was it warranted? I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I got cool as like a joke. They like, put it in my stocking with other things, but they're like, we got you cool because you've been so bad. But here's your other presents.
Do people still do stockings? I feel like stockings is a tradition that's going out of style.
Really? No, I still do stockings. A lot of people I know personally do, but I know more of like the older gents, you know?
I still do stockings. In fact, my roommates and I, so that we don't worry about getting big Christmas presents or anything, we get stockings and we get tons of like little presents, like $1 to $5, and like just a lot of them.
Ooh. Bruh, I was in a riot. I'm amazed that I got anything. You got anything for Christmas? Why? Yeah, are they like little wrapped gifts inside of the stocking?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cute.
Like little tiny wrapped gifts, so that you have the experience of unwrapping things and getting neat little gifts, but it's like just 10 things that are all under like $5.
Ooh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's a good way to do it.
Amazon, if you buy off Amazon, they'll wrap, they'll pre-wrap gifts for you.
Yes, they will.
Shit! Oh, I forgot to hit that check mark button. Ah! I bought some gifts. Now I have to wrap them. Oh!
I didn't include a gift receipt. They're gonna know it was only $6.
There's a lot of nice sales going around by Christmas, though.
Are there?
Yeah, like Thanksgiving, you know, like Black Friday around that time, you can get a lot of Christmas gifts and it's like half off.
Oh, well, Black Friday is not around Christmas. That's around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you get your Christmas gifts around that time because if you get it in the week or month of Christmas, then most of the stuff that you want will be like sold out.
I agree. Best time to buy Christmas decorations is the week after Christmas.
Ooh, that's true.
Mm-hmm. But to be fair, I don't know what I was expecting. You think your birthday is all of fall?
Look, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So? Look,
I don't know why. Hang on. I don't know why. I think my microphone's catching my hand. There we go. I'm not holding up a finger. I'm not doing like a hello, everyone. Hang on a second.
In all actuality, like, I really love the colors in the fall season. I think it's very pretty.
Fall is my favorite time of the year as well.
Fair.
Specifically between October to the end of the year.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Oh, and it starts becoming like Christmas, like you like after they start after Thanksgiving, you know, they start giving out all the nice Christmas like stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey Halo! Ahoy again, Winston, hello! How are you?
You still have no one to blame but yourself for that.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. You know, you called me that early today, right? And I was like, I'm not Winston, right? And now you call me Winston. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, I figured out what it was. It was my cup. My cup was confusing my hand for my cup, which is why I always had a finger sticking out like that because of my straw.
I just love
I got
how
it. I'm
you're appearing in the next dimension. That's just so funny to me. You know, I wonder if it would be any better if I shared it through Discord.
You know what? Yeah, if I just like screen shared with you,
Yeah.
let me give it a try. Here, let me just hit that. Go live. You
Ooh.
can just try and share that. Whoa, why is that green all of a sudden? Nope, that's not what I want to share. Hang on. Change window. Projector output.
Yeah,
There we
you gotta
go.
go
There we go.
on
There we
and
go.
stuff. That's your damn name. Also, hello, LSD. Squee. True. True.
Hello.
Hello. Squee's gonna vanish here for a second, guys. I'm so sorry.
I am
Whoop.
not vanishing. I am a symbol.
You're so okay. Screen capture. Squee. Woo. Okay. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Okay, and then we're gonna take the lovely Squee. We're gonna put him way down here because he's too high up.
Everyone can see my Steam icon, or Discord icon that everyone can see anyway.
Yeah, that's on your Discord server. Okay. So we have you lovely positioned here. This is very lovely. Okay. Then we're gonna put a nice little filter on you. We're gonna.
Right, sure.
Yeah. Color
It
correction.
does look better,
It
actually.
does. You should just do this.
Yeah, OBS Ninja, what are you
Oh,
doing?
oops. That's a color correction filter. My bad. Yeah, OBS Ninja, what are you doing? What's up?
Yeah. You're dropping the ball there.
Right? Oh, look at you. Oh, I made you disappear.
Oh, but I look. Oh, I'm gone.
Okay, you're back. There, I can get your... Wait.
It's the exact opposite of what you did.
No Squee at all.
Okay, I'm here. Maybe. It does look better.
It does, yeah. Oop. He's a ghost.
You can give me a little like green outline. I don't mind.
It's blue. Thank you very much. Actually, cyan.
It's
It's
cyan. Yes, well.
cyan.
No one's ever accused me of understanding complicated things like color.
Like, color.
Have I ever told you that? Like, if my roommate Eldridge wants to draw something like a D&D character that's like an NPC or one of my characters, and she'd be like, "What's their eye color?" I'm like, "Green." She's like, "What kind of green?" I'm like,
Green.
"The good green."
the good green. Edit filter. Let me add. You have a little bit at the top. That's bad.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, even better. The green isn't red. Wait, what? Whatever he's having right now, I want some. Damn, who's that handsome guy? Sheesh.
Well, this is actually the first just chatting stream I've ever been a part of
Oh.
in my long historic career.
Have you never done a just chatting stream
No,
by yourself?
I never. No, like I've done some podcasts and things, but never as a stream. And plus, like, there's a difference between just chatting and doing a podcast.
Yeah, there is. Like, doesn't a podcast have Like a structure to it?
I guess it depends on the podcast. My friend James, I call him Jobs, and I have sometimes considered doing a podcast where the only point of the podcast is to argue some topic. Like we debate things that are absolutely pointless just because the both of us enjoy the process of debating. So like the idea would be the whole stream is just we debate some issue, and at the end of it, we might say like how we really feel, because obviously like one of us would take a side even if we don't agree with it just to debate it. And I'm not talking like a structured debate. I mean 2 guys just sitting there talking about pointless shit.
Sounds like my territory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the podcast. On my experience, a podcast is me and my friends saying nonsense for 5 fucking hours every 2 weeks.
That's fair enough.
You have a podcast, Halo? I want to see this. Link. Give me the link.
I've seen it once. But yes, we'd love a link.
I will definitely look at that in my off time. So, what pointless shit should we discuss today, then?
Well,
yeah.
Like I said before, I do have a book here.
Okay.
It has 3,000 questions.
Really? What's 69?
It's so boring.
Oh, really? Aw.
I know. And the thing is, like, that's the most asked for question.
Yeah, you think they'd have a more, like, foresight, right? Like, funny number, let's put funny.
It is, who is your favorite movie director, and which of their movies is your favorite?
I don't even know movie director. The only one I can think of on the top of my head is George Lucas.
That's good. That's a good safe one.
It's a good safe one.
So, which of his movies is your favorite? Logan's Run.
6, I believe. 6 is the one with Order 66, right? Or is that 3?
No, that's 3.
Oh, god damn it. I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'd say my favorite directors, to be fair, like I've not put tons of thought into it, right? Yeah. But I like the Russo brothers, and I'd have to say that like Civil War is probably my favorite.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, but all of them are good. Like Winter Soldier, Infinity War, all those are good. Okay.
I mean, I guess you want to give the spirit of 69, you can name a porn director. Don't know any, but the concept is there.
Here's what we need to do.
I don't know any.
We need to search out all the 69s and see if any of those questions are interesting.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, there's 69, there's 169.
Okay, let's go to 169. I'm very curious about this one.
Right. There's got to be one that's spicy. It's got to exist. Hang on.
One that's interesting, you know.
What scientist in history is most credible?
Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
Brilliant.
I love that question. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Love
I think he's one of the least credible scientists, actually, which is funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's actually really kind of a crap question. That's the thing about scientists. They don't have to be credible. They have research that's credible. Like any scientist worth his salt will point you to the source.
Well, doesn't their resources like also make them credible?
Well, yeah, so technically yes, they would. But my point is that no scientist would rely off of that. The scientist would say, "Don't take my word for it. Look at the research."
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
All right, here we are.
Don't forget the multiples of 69. So 138.
Oh, we've got so many 69s to go through. We don't even have to get there. All right, 269. Do you have a specific disease that runs in your family that worries you?
Yeah, actually, my mom's side of the family has like overactive thyroid, right? And that it's like really hard to lose weight when you hit like your 30s, and I'm really nervous about that.
I can understand. I have one too. So my sister has a genetic condition where her joints don't heal properly. Ooh. So when she gets injured in some way, shape, or form, it's much harder for her to heal, and she won't heal well, and eventually her body starts kind of getting worse. I don't think I have that, or if I do have a mild one. One symptom I do have that is a symptom of it is POTS, which is if you stand up too quick. Like, sometimes if you stand up too quick, you get a head rush.
Yeah.
I can get severe ones of those, which is like your blood's not getting to your brain fast enough. It's when I say severe, what I mean is severe for the average person.
Yeah. That's rough.
But as far as things go, it's not like head cancer.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't have anything too severe in my family.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I have diabetes in my old age. Like, a lot of my family has diabetes, and I hate to give up sugar.
Yeah.
Nah, look who's funding the research. I guess that question could be 69 themed if your family had a genetic STD somehow.
If it's we don't call those diseases, we call those preferences.
Preferences?
All right, here we are, 369. Oh, do your wait, what? Do your dreams ever tell you to do anything?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You know,
are your dreams alive? Do they?
I have a really weird thing with dreams, right? So, like, this is gonna sound like off the walls bonkers, But like, okay, when I was in I was like a kid in elementary school, right? And I had a dream about being in the marching band as a flute player close to the front in this one exact spot, right? And I was marching, I was like an adult and all this shit, and we were marching to the cadence, right? And I was a kid, right? I think it was like the first time I seen the marching band, I was just dreaming of myself being there, right? And it actually happened in real life. Does that count? Like, I was in that exact same spot. It was like some weird ass deja vu. That's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in terms of dreams.
Yeah, maybe that would count. Like, maybe that dream told you to do something and you did it.
Yeah, I didn't want to be a flute player.
Well, the weird thing is that my dreams don't have a narrator, right? Like, there's no overarching voice that speaks to me in my dreams. My dreams are always
Squee. Go eat some chopped liver.
Yeah, buy me onions. Nothing like that. My dreams are always really wacky and crazy. The ones I can remember. I wrote down a dream I had once just to prove how weird they are.
Open some windows.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Because I wrote down one of my dreams, and like this is a fairly typical dream for me, right? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. It's in my Google Drive somewhere.
My dreams tell me to wake up so I can fuck off with that nonsense. Very fair.
Character ideas. Where is mine? Gosh, I got so many D&D things.
Oh, I forgot to talk about it. Okay. So, guys, I updated, right, to Windows 11. And in doing so, I got rid of all of my outward save progress.
Yeah, might I suggest, before you ever do anything like that, talk to me first. I would have told you never to do that.
I didn't think it would delete that. I thought it would save off Steam or off yours.
Oh. No, all that aside, don't go. Anyone who's listening, don't upgrade to Windows 11 for like at least a year.
I actually like it quite a lot. The only thing that's really, like, my friend doesn't have any issues, but like when I upgraded it, it's like, hey, all the settings and stuff that you have, yeah, it's all in Windows 10. That makes sense somehow, but everything else is Windows 11. Good luck. And I'm like, what? Excuse me. Hello, hi Sunday Kitty. How are you? Lovely having you back here today. The only reason I switched from 7 to 10 was because I switched computers. That's fair.
Okay. Do you guys want to hear this? It's a dream I had on April 3rd of 2020.
Yeah?
Alright. The first thing I can remember is sitting on some bleachers with friends. I don't remember which friends, and I don't remember what we were watching. Some sports game. It felt like I was back in high school.
Sports game.
I heard someone Yeah, I heard someone call my name up above me. I looked to see another group of people. Thinking back on it now, they're not familiar, but I felt like I knew them in the dream, which happens a lot. Like, in the dream, I know these people. I wake up like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, huh, I get that.
Let's see. One of them said I and a girl sitting next to him should date. I knew the girl. She had blonde hair. She doesn't look like anyone I know, but probably a mix of several girls I used to know. I thought she was sweet, but I also thought the guy who said it was just giving her a hard time. In an attempt to save her embarrassment, I said something along the lines of, "That's okay, I'm sure it wouldn't work." And the girl's face grew horrified, and she literally ran away. Let's see. And then suddenly, I realized I was undead and did not need to breathe.
Wait, what? Where did that come from?
No, wait, I missed a paragraph. Hang on. I realized she liked me. She must have liked me, and my answer made her embarrassed. I instantly felt horrible, and I chased after her. And I do mean chase, as we ran for quite a ways. Chasing some girl. I finally caught up to her and told her I was sorry and asked her to walk with me. Her face and her hair kept changing, but we walked along the scenery and talked. I think we talked about our childhood, but I'm not sure. It was pleasant. She showed me she'd grown up in a red log cabin. While we were walking, we were suddenly in a big city, and I saw several cars drive into a lake or get pushed into it. It's unclear. I knew I had to help them, but I don't remember what happened to the girl, and she was not in the rest of the dream. I ran down to the lake and met a bunch of other people wanting to help. Suddenly, I realized I was undead and did not need to breathe, so I offered to jump in the lake and rescue anyone else. I did the next thing I did, and the next thing I remember was swimming through the lake while some sort of alien swarm was attacking the entire city. There is a gap. I don't know how I got from one situation to another, but I made my way out of the lake and avoided giant machines tearing down buildings. I remember a boy, red hair, and taking him with me. However, after some time, he wanted to do something that would get him caught. I remember thinking that the boy had done this before and that I was not going to save him this time, so I left him and made my way alone. That's the end of the dream.
I am so confused and perplexed about that dream.
I would be if that wasn't like my life. Like, that's my dreams. That's just how they go.
I'm gonna see if I have any dreams on... Whenever I have dreams, I write them on my phone. Like my notes on my phone.
I should keep a dream journal because my dreams are wild.
I don't think I have any dreams on this phone, sadly. But
like I can
I have so whenever I get really upset with someone, like furious, it's really hard to make me upset with someone, right? I write it. I write like what I would say to them, irrationally say to them, right? Like something I don't actually want to say to them in notes, right? So it's just me like, sure. Yo, you fucking bitch! I can't believe you fucking did that. Like it's comparable. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it's like the arguments you have, the fake arguments you have with them in your head.
Yeah, I like to write that down because it helps me sort out my thoughts, and then I can go to them and actually message them in a more adult-like way.
Right.
Sorry, what were you saying?
What was I saying?
I don't know. I feel like I cut you off. I'm sorry. I'm gonna read
this. I don't think you did. I was just saying, maybe I should record my dreams because it is not unusual at all for me to like start a dream in a high school and end it with like an alien swarm attacking the city. That's not. I remember one dream. Back when I still lived in Texas, I was running to work down the highway, and I was like running the same speed of all the cars, which is cool, you think, until you realize I had no shoes. And I was like, oh, why would I leave the house without shoes? Gosh darn it. Now I gotta go get shoes. And I actually like took an off ramp while running, follow the rules of the road and everything. And I went to Walmart to buy shoes. Like, my dreams are really weird.
That's weird. One of the most memorable dreams I had, here, let me read chat really quick. So an average Wednesday. My dreams are always weird like that. Dream logic is so fucking weird, yeah. Speaking of a weird dream, one of my weird dreams has always stuck with me. I don't know why. Actually, there's like two, but they're really fast because I don't remember much of them, right? One of them is my... Okay, so you know like those optical illusions of triangles that looks like it never really connects, but it does? It's like 3D.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those, right? And that was like some magical artifact, right? And my dad used it to hoist up our property into a island. A floating island, right? Above everybody else, and he wanted to conquer the world. That's all I remember. And then I had another one where I was playing a lot of Aeon. So the little like it's an MMO, right? About like angels, right?
Sure.
So I had a dream where someone broke into our house, stabbed me, and then I went into another world, like isekai'd, into Aeon, right? And then I got stabbed in there too, and then I isekai'd back. It hurt too. I was like, I've never gotten stabbed. It sounded like it felt like a big paper cut, like a big paper cut. It hurt.
I can imagine. I remember one dream I took my heart out so I could look at it, and then spent like half an hour upset at myself because like, well, now I'm gonna die. I took my heart out.
Well, now I'm gonna...
Why would I do that? I'm a fool.
Should take someone else's heart out. Sheesh.
For like 30 minutes, I'm complaining that I'm going to die any second now.
I remember this one weird dream when I was really young, where I was being tracked around my house by some sort of magic bullet. Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting. All right, here we go. Moving on to question 469. This one's kind of boring. Would you rather take a very long train ride or plane ride?
How long are we talking? Like a very long. So I'd say let's say 24 hours or whatever, right?
Sure.
Like you're going around the world, or you're going to the other side of the continent.
Like the longest a flight could be is like 22 hours.
Yeah. So let's say like an all-day flight and an all-day train ride. Okay.
Right.
It's a really hard one. It depends. Is the train... Because, like, planes are always kind of, like, boring, right? They don't have, like, any cool aesthetics to them. They're just kind of...
Well, I mean, a lot of trains don't either. But I assume, like... Because the thing is, if it's, like, economy class plane and economy train, then really, what's the difference, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we say... Why don't we shoot for the moon and say it's, like, first class...
Ooh, okay. Like first class airplane and a first class.
Yeah, first class.
Honestly, if it was first class, I'd probably go with the airplane. Because I feel like their first class is just like bougier, you know?
Yeah. I'd probably choose train only because I have flown a lot in my life, and very rarely have I ever been on a train.
That's true. I've been on a train once to the Grand Canyon, right? It was really nice, and people were like singing music inside the train cell. Yeah, like they were playing guitar and shit. And I was on my DSi, my Pikachu DSi XL. Yeah, one of those. Oh, sheesh.
I've been on. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was playing Pokemon with my stepmom. My dad got upset with us. Because we were listening to the ambiance. It's funny.
Pokemon takes precedence over ambiance. Even I know that.
Yeah. And I was listening.
I've taken lots of long plane rides. Rome, Korea, Japan,
oh my god.
Germany. Lots of long plane rides. So
yeah.
I'd try a train.
That's fair.
It'd be nice.
I feel like
a
train could only take me somewhere in like the US, Canada, or Mexico, right? Because I'm in North America. So like I'd want to take a plane to like Venice. I haven't actually been off of this continent into a new country.
Oh, yeah. Well, you need to.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'll go Venice. That's like my top place.
Venice is not a place I've been to. I have been to Rome. I've been to Pompeii and all that area because I was a history major in college and I wanted to go see. I focused on Rome, like the Roman Empire. So I wanted to go see like all the stuff I learned about.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'd like to try a train. I've heard that in Europe, they're bullet trains. They've got like bullet trains that go through the Alps. It's supposed to be gorgeous.
That's pretty.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas on a plane, you're never gonna have a view. It's just air.
Who the hell listens to your vehicle? No, I was listening to like the people singing on the train. Yeah. That's what my
your dad's like, shh, we need to know if the gears start breaking down.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There were people playing on it, and there was a guy announcing stuff, and just a lot of stuff happening. They call the metro the tube in the UK. Oh, they do. That's interesting.
All right,
I feel like UK trains are
569.
cooler than like US trains.
I bet.
'Cause, like
everyone has better trains than
yeah, like
America.
Japan, dude, they have better
Right?
trains than us, but they use them
They've
more
got
than we
robots.
do. They got robots. Train. I like planes, but I feel like a train ride is more interesting. Very true. UK trains are much cleaner than US trains. Yeah, it's fair.
Ooh.
I know a lot of other countries are a lot cleaner than the US in general. With COVID, it has gotten a lot better in terms of cleanliness, but eh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, by default, right? By necessity.
You know
And
the
service announcement, everyone. Omicron is getting dangerous. Please be careful out there.
oh yeah, I have to wait a few more months to get my booster shot.
I have mine actually next week,
Nice.
so that's good.
Dude, they started at my school. They're like, we'll pay you if you get the COVID shot vaccine.
Good.
And they're like, we'll pay you 100 per shot. And I'm like,
I would get all
what? I would
get
all 5.
all of them. 100
Thanos
per
snap.
shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I collect them all, I get powers, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know the metro system in Moscow doubles a nuclear fallout shelter. That's sort of the basis of the metro games. Yeah, I watched someone play it before. It was really interesting. I really like the premise of the games. I know
Metro?
Omicron is dangerous. That game destroyed the super best friends. Oh, you mean the COVID strain?
At least it's got a cool name.
It does.
All right, let's
Very
see. 569.
Ew.
I should stress. You
Yeah.
have the option to just not answer a question. if you feel
Okay,
like
is
the
this a
answer
bad
too
question?
Not a bad one, just kind of an odd one, and could be very personal.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about dating a really good friend?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Actually, I personally like to be really close friends with anyone I try and date.
Makes sense. It's a good way to do it because you learn about each other without the pressure of the date.
Yeah, and like I don't know, I'm pretty chill personally, and I don't know where it's going with that. It went out of my head, and now I don't remember. I'm pretty chill when it comes to like relationship.
Right.
I don't like.
But no, go ahead.
It's okay, I don't remember anymore. You could go.
I have before, but I wasn't gonna say unlike you, not unlike you. I don't mind either way. Like I've had dates where I've never met them before. Well, that's not true. I've never had a date where I've never met them before, right? I've at least met them. But I've had dates with people I haven't known that well, and then I've also dated people I've been friends with for a really long time.
Okay.
I don't think there's a preference for me one way or the other. I will tell you that as a general rule of thumb, dates with someone you've been friends with a long time will typically turn out much better. Just by default. You already have an idea that you're friends, right? Like, it's not going to be like you're going to sit at the table and they're going to be like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, speaking of dates, there's one time, like a long ass time ago, right? I was like, someone was trying to be like, I remember when it was, but I don't know, they were trying to chat with me a little, like, I think before I went to college, right? And they were like, hey, hi, you know, I used to have a crush with you in high school and all that lovely jazz. I was like, oh my god, I had a crush on you in high school too. I went to track for a week just to see you, but then I hated track and then I quit.
like, I liked you, but there were limits.
Yeah, but yeah, and then he's like, okay, you wanna go on a date? And I was like, sure, yeah. So I showed up, right? and he didn't show up, and he was like, "Oh, I had a power outage." And I was like, "How? The town isn't even in a power outage."
Oh man.
I was like, "Yikes!" That was like honestly my only experience with someone I really didn't know as a friend, with a like date or relationship.
Well,
I don't
no
know if that
wonder.
counts.
It wasn't the best experience.
No.
See, and I'm the tryhard. I'd be the person, like, if I made a date with someone I just met, I would, like, walk 20 miles uphill with a broken foot to make sure I made it, even if I wasn't that into him, right? Because the last thing I'd want is to stand someone up. Like, one of the worst things in life is to stand up on a date.
It made me feel so sad. I was like, I thought you, like, I thought we had a thing here, but no.
I used to have what I called the one-hit wonders, which was a couple of dates that just went really bad. And the weird part is that they always seemed like they were going well. So
hydrate.
This back after back after high school.
Thank you.
I met a girl at a party. We seemed to get along really, really well, right? And we went on a date, and we were having a great, wonderful time. I thought things were really going well.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she's like, "So, I throw up when I kiss men."
What?
That was my response. I was like, what? Yeah.
Was she?
It's not like there was a conversation that led to this. It's just like out of the blue, and I'm like, oh, okay. So like, if I were to try and kiss you, I'd probably throw up. Oh, okay. And like in my head, I'm going, either she's having a terrible time and just trying to get out of this, or she's telling the truth. And either way, I don't think this is gonna work.
Woman had to clear it up. Yeah.
Like I feel bad for her if she's telling the truth, but like either way, like there's not much of a dating future there.
Yeah, I wonder if like, I don't know, maybe she's still in the closet about something, or maybe she was just asexual.
Right? That's very possible. Because this was back before asexuality was really talked about.
Yeah. Ooh, let me read chat here for a second. Maybe cool for you. Wait. Yeah. Maybe cool for you. For me, that name is associated with one of the worst games I've ever witnessed in my life. And I know the guy who made that shit fire is still working on Star Wars games. Yay! Aw. You got zero experience with this question, the little same. Yeah, I'm gonna say that that might mean you're not into men. Yeah, it sounds kind of gay. Or asexual.
Now,
at the very least, not straight.
Let's also keep in mind that it's possible that she could have just really not been into the date, and I could have been terrible at reading
That's true.
signs.
Or maybe it has something to do with like someone else's saliva. It could be a bunch of reasons.
It could be 100 things, right? It could be, like you hit the nail on the head. It could be very much she enjoys company, but she's aromantic, right?
Yeah. We don't
Who
know.
knows? But in any case, for a young me, that was a blow. That was a blow.
Aww.
It's fine. You live and you learn.
Let's see. What else, like... I don't know if I've had any other experiences really. Maybe she's into vomit and she meant that as a compliment. There's so many different
that's just wild. No, because there's the thing though. If that was the case, it would have been like,
kiss me.
I throw up when I kiss men. You know, it was not like that. It was not said in that way.
Are you sure? Maybe you just, didn't register it because you were just so shocked.
Yeah, like the shock. I don't know. In any case, I wish her well.
Yep.
Alright, let's see here. Question number 669.
Wait.
Are you introverted or extroverted?
Oh god, that's an interesting question. Let me read chat. I hope your life, whatever I was eating, like... I'll hope you like whatever I was eating. So, when I was in high school, I used to be very, like, introverted. I Like like I was a sophomore. I'd run up the stairs. I forgot something in my locker. I'd see all the teachers converging in the hall after school. You know, regular teacher business, and that scared me to death. I started crying and I ran away. Forgot my homework. Right, but over time, like okay. Also, another time in college, right? I was doing a presentation on a game we made. So we do something called game jams, right? Where you take 48 hours to make a game from scratch with a topic. Like they give you like one of the ones I've done was like it's a bug, not a feature, or it's a feature, not a bug. My bad.
Star Citizen.
True.
48 hours, go.
So we made a game called Glitch Simulator, but that's besides the point, right? So I was up presenting, right? And out of the blue, the lead, like, programmer there, he was like, okay, now let's bring it to Xullea over here, you know, to talk about the art, because I led the art team there, and I hid under a table. I'm not joking. I literally hid under the nearest table. I was like, this is so embarrassing. I was a freshman, but the reason why I say that's like hard now is because the past like few years I've started to be a lot more extroverted, you know, streaming, that helped a lot. Also like just I don't know, experiences, dealing with people more.
You know, it's also possible that you've just become introverted with a very high tolerance. So like the main difference between introvert and extrovert is, do people give you energy or do they drain energy? Because a lot of people think introverted just means shy, right? That's not true at all. What it is just being around other people, just streaming and talking to friends and going to parties and being around people, does that energize you or does that drain you? And there are people out there that are introverted but have a very high capacity, if that makes sense.
I don't know, because there's some certain people I'll be around and I'll talk to, and like I'll be chill and I'll get like energy from them and I won't feel like tired at all. And sometimes when I'm by myself, I kind of feel a little exhausted. I don't know, that's why I'm saying it's a weird like question for me.
Here's an interesting question. Do you ever feel the need to just go out? Go out and go somewhere where there's people. Maybe not necessarily with a particular person, or maybe with someone, but like to get out of the house and go to people.
Sometimes, but very rarely. That's the weird thing about it. I have huge anxiety too, right? Like, I get so scared of going places, but sometimes I just want to. I don't know. That's why
I feel you.
When I was, okay, do you know like the Myers-Briggs like personality test, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a personality on that there, right? It's like INFJ, right? That's what I've tested for like most of my life. And it's like also has a weird in-between. Yeah, it has a really weird in-between like of like introverted and extroverted when you go like down into it. So
yeah, those get so I am ENTP.
Oh, okay.
So I am the most extroverted extrovert you'll ever meet. I am very much a people person, always have been. And that's what I mean by like when I was very young, I was also incredibly shy and didn't have a lot of friends and all that. But the point was, I always wanted them, right? I always wanted to be in front of people and around people.
Yeah.
So like COVID was terrible for me because I was stuck indoors all the time. I would literally go into VR chat just to be around other people I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So I am excessively extroverted. If you lock me in a house, you know, it gets more than that. Like I have close friends, right? I have friends that I'm really close with and really good friends like Xullea over here.
Yeah.
But I don't hang out with them all the time nonstop, which is what a lot of people do. I need to meet new people. I have this need to experience and meet new individuals on a most constant basis.
Okay, yeah, that's I like meeting new people and it's definitely super like I love doing it, but I don't seek it out too much.
So my guess would be that you are introverted, but with a very large battery, if you want to call it that. Because like introverted people can be incredibly suave. They can be very charming. They can be everything, right? It's just the only real qualifier is that people will slowly drain you, as opposed to me, where people, like, if I'm not around people is when I'm...
Okay.
And there's exceptions to every rule, right?
Yeah.
There's nights where, like, I lock my door and I don't want to talk to anyone or do any... You know what I mean? There's always those days, but as a general rule.
I think I agree. More than I think about it, yeah, I think people on a regular basis drain me, like strangers and people who I'm acquainted with but don't really know. But like people I know and I'm friends with, I can be around all the time. Let me read chat here for a second. Still, I say I'm an introvert. I definitely try to socialize more, but it's still more of a draining experience than an energizing one, you know? Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm still an introvert, but in a way, less antisocial than I used to be. Ooh. I'm total introvert. I don't get people, and they utterly exhaust me. Unless it's a close friend, I can't handle more than a few hours around a specific person, or I'll want to scream and cry out in frustration. That's very fair.
Yeah, and I totally get it. Like, a lot of people don't understand introverts, and I've tried really hard to understand them, because a lot of my friends are.
Yeah.
So I totally understand it. But like, as far as I'm concerned, like, so I started LARPing, Xullea, you know. I rave about it all the time. I went to one event, and by the next event, I was already the new player liaison, where my job is to go to new players and make sure they have everything they need. Aww. And to say hello. And so, like, that's just how I am. I want to meet you. I want to know you, right? But yeah. And it causes its problems too, because because like I said, like, if you're in your house by yourself for a year because there's a virus out there, like, you're like hitting your head against the wall.
No, also the really weird thing about me being an introvert is I like to lead people as well.
You like what?
I like leading people. Like, I like being leads on any type of project, or, you know, try and get any type of lead position. I don't know, I enjoy dealing with people to a level. It's just, that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Well, but no, I mean, that could make perfect sense, because you enjoy a challenge, right? And part of that challenge is that they are...
That's true.
It's almost like social resources.
I like to force myself into social situations that I don't feel comfortable with half the time.
And
like,
then like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Like, okay, perfect example. I used to be in, what is it called? The pit for a musical. I was the only flautist. That was terrifying to get myself into. And like, more recent like example that's coming up is I signed up for vocal lessons at my school. I'm petrified of singing in front of people because of what happened to me as a kid. So yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna do it because I wanna have karaoke streams and stuff without feeling obnoxiously nervous. And you know, I love singing. You're
literally trying to Dark Souls socialize.
I do.
Like, I want to get good, bro.
I do that with a lot of things in my life, honestly. I just like, haha, brick wall, let's go through it. Yup.
I mean, it's a great mentality to have as far as getting a successful life. Just make sure you don't overdo it, right?
Oh, yeah, sometimes I do put too much on my plate.
I know that feeling.
I think I tested INFP last time I checked. Nice. Oh, me too with the introvert, I'm pretty sure is when you mentioned that. Oh my god, there's nothing worse than meeting new people. Oh, they could be kind of scary. Then there are introverts like me, where you can gauge how much I like you by how comfortable I am insulting you. Very fair. I also insult a lot of my friends as well.
I struggle. Like, I don't think I've ever insulted.
Aw.
I don't think so. Well, so I'm an empath. I'm too empathetic.
Aw.
I have to be excessively comfortable with someone before I would even fake insult them.
Aww.
On the one chance that maybe I hit a button, right? Like, if I said something that was meant to be an absolute joke, and I just didn't know you well enough or wasn't comfortable enough that I hit that one button, I'd never forgive myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
I gotta be very careful.
I don't know. For me, I'm able to gauge what will actually like piss someone off or not. So
well, that's the thing. I'm really good at that too.
Huh.
But if I'm not 100, if there's a 99.8% chance I'm right, that's still 0.2% chance that I'm wrong.
That's where I would still take it. Especially because, like,
yeah, I know.
the people and the friends that I, like, surround myself with don't, like, take themselves too seriously or anything else. Unless it's, like, something, like, that really affected them. Like, I don't know, their dad dying or something like that, you know?
Sure.
I'm not gonna make a joke about that or anything like that. Like,
well, and that's what we call normal. I am abnormal in that regard. But no, so I do have some friends that I can make fun of, but they're very few and far between. It's kind of weird. The closer a friend I become to someone, it's almost like the more careful I am. So
Aww.
I'm always careful with what I say and how I say things, because words can be very hurtful if you say the wrong thing or if you speak without thinking.
Yeah.
And I've had friends go, well, I want you just to not worry about that around me. Don't have a filter. Don't worry about what you say. Just say whatever. We're friends. It doesn't matter. And they don't understand. It's almost the opposite. The closer a friend you are, the more I don't want to hurt you. So my brain will almost always filter. It's not perfect. I'm not suggesting it's perfect, but yeah, it's always been a thing.
That's fair. That's understandable. I can see why you'd do that. I'm big dumb little brain, and I just kind of say what comes to my mind half the time. And sometimes it's bad, sometimes that's good. Nothing worse. Oh, I guess I'd figure I'd just test the waters and apologize if I go too far. That's also a fair way of going about it.
Right, and most people would understand.
Nope, I'm an extrovert like Squee, especially with the fear of offending people. Oh. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I messed it up. I couldn't remember the timestamp where we said that. Very nice. Also, it's because most of the insults me and my friends... Oh, my cat walked in front of my stuff. Firing at each other are freaking funny. Me too. Like, my friends do that as well.
That is one thing I can say. Once I get to a level with someone where I feel like I can fake insult them, gloves are off. Like, there is no insult that's bad enough, because at that point you know nothing is serious. So it does not matter. It can be a nightmare, and it's wonderful.
It's fair. Ooh, what's the next question, by the way?
Next question is very dumb. Question number 769. What is meaningful to you?
Blah, blah, blah. That is
What
weird
a vague question.
and vague
right?
question, yeah.
Air is very meaningful to me.
I don't know. Like, that's really weird. Hard to answer. There are a lot of things that are meaningful to me. I like drawing. I enjoy streaming, VTubing here. I enjoy my cat. He's very meaningful to me, even though he's being obnoxious right now. Isn't that right, dumb cat? Trying to knock over my microphone, huh, buddy? I don't know. It's rough. A lot of my family and friends.
To me, it's a nonsensical question, or at least it's not detailed enough, because there's so much that's meaningful to you, right? This frappuccino in front of me is meaningful.
Is it a frappuccino or is it hot chocolate?
I think we decided it was cold.
Cold chocolate.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
What are you talking about?
It's not a drink.
Too bad.
But yeah, that's not a great question. Let's see. 869. Are you good at keeping secrets?
Yes.
This will determine all our conversations moving forward, Xullea.
Yeah, I am, if it's something that really needs to be not talked about, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if
there
it's
are
like
different levels of secrets.
Someone like in high school, they're like, I want to kill myself, right? Don't tell anyone. And I'm like, no, fuck you. So I called the teacher, or not called, but you know. I pinged him on Discord, I think, at that time. So like, it really depends on what it is that you're hiding. But most of the time I won't.
That makes sense. That's good. I am actually really good at keeping secrets, even though I've been accused many times by many viewers that I'm not, because my D&D characters are terrible at keeping secrets.
It's fun to play. The opposite. Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that though. Like, so my characters in D&D are terrible at keeping secrets with like their backstories and stuff like that. Because you're in a D&D game. If I wrote a cool backstory for my character and I keep it secret the whole time, why did I do that?
That's true.
Yeah, like in Dungeons and Dragons, secrets, or in any role-playing game, secrets are made to come out.
Yeah.
But in real life, when real people can be hurt by it, I'm actually really good at keeping secrets.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I've had people all the time like, Squee, you are so bad at keeping secrets. I'm like, I'm really not. I'm not. But I
really
can see why you would say that.
Hell, I think it's to the point I figured out I was definitely friends with the guy I consider one of my best friends was after I basically spent 5 hours ripping his soul apart. Was soul out watching him stream Persona 5. This is the same guy at the channel point awards to mute him. To time him out. Oh my god, I love that channel point award. I went on your stream once. I spammed like 10 of them.
I had a friend activate primetime rhyme time and sing mode and band a word all at the same time. It was a nightmare.
What was the first one? Primetime?
Primetime rhyme time, which means I have to talk in rhymes.
And sing.
And sing.
And have
he banned, I think it was the word I, so I couldn't say the word I.
What did you say then?
I just messed up. What? You think I'm good at this?
Fair. 1 second, I need to get my kitty. He is being a bad kitty. What do you want, buddy?
Alright, let me find the next question while she does that. Ooh, interesting. Liking the Christmas music. It's very nice.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I hope my stream doesn't get copyright claimed.
Fiery said, well, at worst, they would just mute it. Fiery says, oh, I can relate with the backstory thing. I love the D&D backstories I create so much that I have trouble not talking about it. Yep.
That's fair.
Alright, I found the next question. It's an interesting one.
Okay.
969. What is your favorite thing to barbecue?
Oh, God. I don't barbecue that myself that much. The only thing I really know how to... Face foxes?
Face foxes.
Oh, yeah? Well, about it, okay? Okay. You're the chef!
let's say, what is your favorite type of barbecue?
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't actually care for barbecue that much.
Really?
Yeah.
No ribs, no brisket.
You know,
no
I'll have it. I like ribs a lot. You know.
But you don't crave it.
Yeah, I don't really crave it.
Gotcha. I'm a brisket guy. Oh, I love brisket.
Fair.
And then I really like Korean barbecue too. Though that's like a different kind of barbecue. There's no barbecue sauce involved.
Fair.
Which is almost blasphemy.
Wait, how does that make sense? It's called barbecue, isn't it?
Well, because the thing is, barbecue has nothing to do with the sauce. We just equate it with the sauce.
Oh, wait, it doesn't? I was talking about the sauce!
No, barbecue is basically a type of cooking where you cook meat, and
Does
generally
steak
what it is
count? Oh, I love steak. Oh.
Yeah, steak doesn't really count. But it's a type of, like, mostly it's just meat with maybe a sauce. So pulled pork, ribs, brisket, sausage, chicken, that kind of thing.
I always equated barbecue with grilling. See, steak would work in your definition.
Steak would work. Like, honestly, like, for example, if someone said I'm having a barbecue and there was steak in that barbecue, I wouldn't say they were wrong, right? I mean, who would?
True. Oh, dude, I could go for some steak and potatoes right now. My friend earlier, he was like, I ate 4 potatoes in the span of 5 minutes.
Potatoes are like the best vegetable.
Yeah. Oh, they're so good.
All right, question number. We've made it to the thousands.
Whoa.
1069. What would your friends say about you?
I care too much. My close friends would say that.
Care about what?
Other people's thoughts and opinions on me. It's very unhealthy.
Mine would say I try too hard. Like, I've had several friends tell me before that I need to stop trying so hard to make other people happy.
Aw. That's fair.
Which it really sounds like a humble brag, but it's not. They're legitimately concerned.
Yeah. I think we had this conversation before. I was saying, like, something like, yeah, I used to be like that, but over time I kind of realized you can't really make everybody happy. It's really hard to, but I try my best to make as many people as I can happy.
I'm not convinced. I'm gonna keep trying. It's possible, I know it. But yes.
Squee over here sounded like an angel, and I'm just like, reality.
Right? Probably the more valid opinion of the two, let's be fair.
Hey, I'm supposed to be the optimistic one. What?
Alright, let's see. 1169. What is the best advice you have ever been given?
Oh. I cannot think of, like, a specific advice that someone's given me.
I can go first if you want some time.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I know. It's digging deep, though. So, not to get too detailed, I did not have a good childhood. I had a media arts teacher who was a wonderful man named Mr. Campbell. And he took me and my sister to town to get us away from stuff for just an evening, right?
Yeah.
And we were driving, and this was back when I lived on the Navajo reservation, like an hour and a half from any civilization. So going to town was an event, right?
Okay.
And we were driving back, and it was snowing, and it was nighttime. And if you've ever driven in the snow at nighttime, you see like the snow coming at you. It's very pretty, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he said something that I will never forget. He said, the best thing to do in life is to live for the moment.
Oh,
and that doesn't mean only think about the now and never think of the future. It's not what that means. It doesn't mean you suffer through life for that one perfect moment that you'll find one day. No, what it means is you find every single day one moment that is worth living for. That everything I've suffered through today, everything I've gone through is fine because of this one beautiful moment.
Aww.
And I have kept that with me for my entire life.
I didn't think about it that way. Like, whenever someone told me that, like, I think I was on a YouTube video or something I was watching, and they told me that, right? And I was like, oh, so... I don't know. I don't know how to explain how I interpreted it, but I didn't think of, like, one specific moment in the day. I just thought, you know, something could be bad happening right now, but, you know, you're alive, and I don't know, like...
Well, the idea behind it was that you have to look for the reason, right? Mm-hmm. You can't just wait for the reason to find you. In everyone's life, in every day, if you look hard enough, you'll find something that makes it that's pretty, that's beautiful, that's touching, that's warming, right? Mm-hmm. But you have to look for it. You have to find it sometimes. It's not always going to slap you in the face.
That's fair, yeah. I don't know. I guess I never thought of it that way. Thank you.
It's something that stuck with me. What about your best advice?
So there's someone who's pretty special to me, right? And it's not really like necessarily like a specific time, but he just always has really good advice whenever I'm down. So shout out to him.
Shout out to this person. You know who you are. Well done.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, I say that works. Let's see here. 1269. Are you good at owning your mistakes?
I've gotten a lot better. In the past, I used to make a lot of excuses, right, for whatever mistakes I've made. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't accept it. Whenever I make excuses, it's me trying to explain to understand why that's not okay, even though these excuses were there, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And some people don't think about it that way. They're like, oh, you're just making excuses, and it's just me trying to understand. And like recently I've kind of had to learn, like, hey, like, just shut up, and just say, yep, I'm wrong, and leave it there, because most of the time it's a lot better than asking why, and like, this happened and why does that make that bad. Like, I don't know, I'm a very curious person.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I personally don't think you should have to. I think that people need to get better at, and this is something I struggle with a lot with other people. People need to get better at telling the difference between giving an explanation and giving a defense. They are not the same thing. This is a bit of a side note, but I have had people legit on more than one occasion get upset at me because I've tried to understand both sides of an argument. Like, if friends are mad, like, let's say someone did something to someone else and it really upset them, they're a friend of mine, right? I might try and figure out why they did that. It's not a defense of what they did, right? Like, I'm not saying that they were right to do so, but I want to understand why they did it. I want to have context for the meaning. But when people are angry, or when they feel like you're at fault, they don't want that. They just want you to agree and nod your head.
Yeah.
I'm really good at owning most of my mistakes. I would never be as arrogant to say that I don't ever have problems with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's human nature to just be like, nope, I didn't do it.
But I actually enjoy finding out I'm wrong. Like, to me, there's nothing better than learning that I was mistaken in a mindset or a thought or something like that. Because it's a chance to just get better.
That's
that
fair,
sounds so hallmarky, but it's kind of true.
Well,
so,
look around us. This looks pretty hallmarky to me.
Yeah, it does.
Except the spaceship.
One thing that I'm really good at, and I wish more people could do this, but I do understand how hard it is. When I'm in an argument, for example, when I was in an argument with my ex, like when we'd be in really big arguments, if I realized I was wrong about something, right then and there in the middle, I could be like, all right, you know what? That was wrong. You were right. This was a mistake. Now, we may need to go talk about other things, but this, I want you to know right here and right now, you were right and I was wrong. And that's a really hard thing for people to do in the middle of an argument. Like, an hour later, after everyone's calmed down, they're like, oh, crap. Right?
Yeah.
But in the middle of it, it's really hard to do. But I think it's so vital.
I agree. I've been trying to do that a bit more.
Because imagine the other side. Like, imagine, I don't know how or what, but imagine you and I were arguing, right? I don't know how that would ever take place. but imagine in the middle of it, I go, you know what? You're right. I was wrong. That would make you feel great, you know?
Yeah, it would kind of deter the situation that was going on. Just kind of make it stop almost instantly.
Yeah, almost for sheer surprise. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, good. So I think I'm really good at owning my mistakes. And there's another benefit to that as well. Especially in the professional world. If you are good about owning your mistakes, then when something isn't your fault, you have far more weight behind it when you defend yourself. If I make mistakes and I own up to them, and then something happens that wasn't my fault, and I say, I didn't do that, people will know that you generally will own up to your mistakes, and they'll be more likely to believe you.
That's interesting. It's fair, too. True, explanations are not excuses or defenses.
Yes, but most people, especially when they're angry, and I get human nature, but most people can't tell the difference. Like, if your friend is really upset, I can't believe this person said this thing to me, and you go, I wonder if they were really stressed. they will go, stop making excuses. That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
That's a possible explanation. You're not saying that it's okay they did it because they're stressed. You're just trying to find both sides. And I wish more people would do that.
Yeah.
Like me personally, if I was angry at someone and someone pointed out why I shouldn't be angry at them, I think that's great. Hey, they're not an ass like I thought they were. I don't have to be mad at them.
It's fair. Huh.
But humans in general, and I'm not trying to be judgmental, I'm really not. It's just human nature. If we're angry, we're not seeking truth, we're seeking vindication. We are pissed off, and we want people to acknowledge we're pissed off because it makes us feel better. Very few people are angry and want to be told that they shouldn't be angry.
Yeah. Huh.
Again, I feel like I should stress, it's not like I'm a saint or perfect at it or anything in that ballpark. Just better at most at being able to admit when I'm wrong. That didn't make sense, but I think you understood what I meant.
Yeah. For a second there, I thought the question was gonna be, are you good?
Are you good? Let's see. 1360. Are you good?
Are you good?
Bro. I'm good.
I'm good too. Wow.
It's funny. It's just like, I'm really not.
No.
All right. 1369.
Speaking of which, whenever someone asks, like, "Oh, how you doing?" Like, "Are you good?" I'm like, I don't know how to answer this. Should I give you a realistic answer on what I like feel right now, or should I just say, "Yeah, I'm good"? Like,
have you ever given a realistic
yeah,
answer?
I have, and it kind of just deters the situation. Like, if I'm feeling down, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tired. Today was terrible. You know, this happened and this happened." Like, people are just like, "Oh, like, I just want to make small talk." Like,
I did that once. Xullea, maybe I'll tell you about it later. It's not something I'd say in front of people, but it was like the mother of all. I'm gonna be real, and oh god, I wish you hadn't have been real.
well, I am looking forward to this.
All right, 1369. Describe in one word how you want your retirement to be. You know, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, you know, for me, definitely, yeah. Oh, God, that's hard.
There you go. Retirement will be hard.
I know, not what I meant. Maybe, like, adventurous? Because I'd like to go, like, just explore the world a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And if I could, if I get enough money, there is a space station they're building where you could have, it's a hotel space station, right? And they're working with Elon Musk, right, to make a space shuttle into space. You guys don't understand. It's so cool. And I want to go there.
To be fair, it wouldn't be in space, it would be in high orbit.
Yeah, you'd be in high orbit. Okay, you would see the Earth, though.
No, it's like, no, space or nothing, I'm out. I like yours better. I was gonna say lazy, but like adventure does sound more fun.
It does.
No, because one thing is like, you know, being an adult is hard. And when I retire, I'd like the idea that like, at least for a year, there's no expectation placed upon me.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of like you went full circle. Like, you were a kid, you know, you don't have many expectations put on you until you grow up more and more into an adult, and adulting kind of really sucks. I hate using that word for some reason. I don't like using the word adulting. I don't know why, but I used it.
Because adulting sucks.
Yeah. And, I don't know, when you, what's it called? I was gonna say graduate, but that's no, retire.
Retire, yes.
When you retire, you don't have much like expectations on you anymore. You know, you kind of lived a full life. Probably, maybe had kids. You know, you had a nice career or whatever that is, and you know, you're just kind of expected to do whatever you want for the most part.
Yeah, you got about 20 years to just live it up.
To be fair, though, half of those years, like 10 of those, might be in like really bad, awful state where you can't really move.
You've got 10 years to live it up. I do think, like, so let's say I retire or, you know, make so much money I don't have to work again, right? Either way, I think I would be active in things. Like, I would do stuff, but I don't think I'd do anything with, like, a rigid schedule where it's like, at Thursday at 10 a.m. you have to be there every Thursday. No, I think I'd be active in things, but in such a way where if I wake up and I decide I don't want to do anything that day,
No, that's
I'm not
fair.
going to do anything that day. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, have you seen the Skyrim granny? The grandma that plays Skyrim on YouTube?
Yes,
I want to be hip like that, right? I'm gonna play the most recent video games on a YouTube channel as a grandma. I think that would be endearing.
So, fair warning to everyone, because I will probably still be streaming whenever I retire, you know, a century from now. But when I do retire, don't expect a schedule. I will stream when I feel like streaming. I am not beholden.
I wish I could keep a schedule. Oh God, college be like, I can't. This year I literally cannot, because
I know.
I'm taking a senior like project thing, and it takes up all the time that I have left. Mostly.
You need to tell them. I don't have time for you. I'm pursuing my dream on Twitch.
That's true. I love streaming. I really want.
Right.
I really want to apply to like Hololive or Niji Sanji, one of those groups, because you know, they have a big, like, you can have people you already know to collab with. You don't have to reach out to a bunch of people, which is terrifying because some of them will be like, oh, you're doing this for clout. And I'm like, no, I just want to be your friend. And I don't know, it's just, I feel like that'd be a lot more relaxing. And yes, you have like a schedule you have to cohere to, you know. I don't know. I like the idea of all being a part of one big group. Like, I love camaraderie and that type of stuff and like being in it together. I think that's really cute.
Well, you know, the nice thing is, not saying you shouldn't try out for them, but if you stream long enough, you'll grow that just organically.
That's true.
Like, I've been doing this a lot longer than you, and I have a shall we say, a group of people that I can always call upon if I wanted to do, like, you know, the next time I do Monster Prom, or, you know, so I have people that I can go talk
that
to.
is nice. I'm glad to, like, be in your group. I wanna do a collab with oh god, Echo Jumper. She is so lovely. I watch her stream sometimes.
She's wonderful. So busy right now, but I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, I'm waiting till her schedule clears up a bit and I'll be like, hey Echo, how you doing? I can't live without a schedule. True, expectations are not yeah, so in terms of, like, in school, I write down my schedule for when I need to do what assignment and what day I need to do it. So, like, I stick to a very strict schedule most of the time. It's hard. This year is just obnoxiously hard. Hello, Delton Green 101? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hello.
Yeah, I just call him Dalton.
Dalton.
Hey, Dalton. How's it going, buddy?
Hello, buddy friend.
Alright.
Yeah, I found my own connections, like my friends from the podcast, friends I met through other streamers, and you nuts, yeah!
That's true.
Yeah,
we are nuts.
I'm not saying, like, I can't do it. I'm saying that it's kind of cute to everyone have a theme. Like, stream a theme together, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. Alright. Ooh, this is nice. 1469. If you were to throw a message in a bottle into the ocean, what would it say?
Okay, what I would do is I would make a really realistic treasure map to nothing.
Amazing. I was going along the same way. I was just like, mine would just say, run.
That was
They're
funny.
coming.
I feel like the treasure map, though, would be more like they would have to spend money to get a boat and shit.
Mine would say, I know what you did, Patrick. On, like, the very, very off chance that someone finds it and their name happens to be Patrick, I will blow
that, or they know a
their
Patrick.
mind.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I would blow their mind.
Oh, that would be funny. Maybe I'll go make a
Uh.
treasure hunt and bury a note that says, "It was the adventure you had all along," just to really make them upset.
I would spend the rest of my life hunting your island down so that I could find you and kill you. Friends along the way. Yes.
Your friends and adventure along the way.
Oh. Hey. He's following me. Thank you. I'm not streaming on my channel, but my
I think your
my
overlays.
OBS, yeah. So my OBS is open, so when they follow.
That's funny.
Amazing. Thank you. All right. 1569. What is the best present you've ever received?
The best present I've ever received.
Uh-huh.
Huh. I don't know. You go first. I need time to think about it.
The friends I made along the way. Let me think. No. I don't know. Let me think for a second. Like a gift that I really, really, Oh, I know what it is. Okay, this is gonna sound really cheesy,
Aw.
but I have a bowl that an ex who I'm still very, very good friends with. She made this for me, and she put a lot of time and effort into it. It has Star Wars characters like hand drawn on it, and it has like Yoda at the bottom of the bowl, and it's the perfect shape and size and everything. And I've used it exclusively for like 5 years. Like I don't use any other bowls. I own other bowls, but I just don't use them because that one's perfect. And I'm actually legitimately sad because I broke it the other day.
Aww. Are you able to glue it
And
back
now
together?
I'm gonna have to go look at. Yeah, I'm gonna look how to repair it
Aww.
because like it's not the most expensive. It wasn't
Yeah.
like any of that, but it was something that was handmade
Yeah.
with care, and it also just happens to fit a perfect niche in my life of a bowl.
I love handmade gifts as well. I don't get them too often. My brothers make me like little handmade stuff sometimes. It's just really funny. In terms of like my best Christmas gift. Oh god.
Cole.
You know what? This is gonna sound really, really dumb, right? Okay, this is gonna sound okay. Hey, Squee,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever tried a onesie, like for an adult?
No.
They're so
But
comfortable, dude.
I've always wanted to.
They're so comfortable. I cannot like elaborate enough on how comfy they are.
I should totally get like a unicorn onesie or something.
That'd be pretty great. Mine have reindeer on them.
I should try one. Now I want to try one.
Oh, dude, they're so soft. They're so great.
That
like-
sounds like a fantastic Christmas.
Oh,
gift, I'm not gonna lie.
oh yeah. It was really
Oh, good answer. Good rebound there.
cute.
All right.
My brother
1669.
got me the
Okay.
sick JoJo poster I got on my wall and I really liked it. Sweet. Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Canon or non-canon? Mine's probably Star Killer from The Force Unleashed. Favorite Star Wars character? Canon or non-canon? Okay.
Admiral Thrawn, no doubt.
Fair. I would say, I can't think of her name. I know what she looks like. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It starts with
What she
an
looks
A. Right, she
Uh-huh.
has dual lightsabers that are green.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka-
God, I'm
Ahsoka
dumb.
Tano.
Yeah, I love Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka.
She's
Ahsoka.
wonderful. She is probably my favorite female fictional character ever written.
Revan's really cool
Yeah.
too.
And that's saying a lot because like there's a lot of great female fictional characters
Yeah.
out there that I love. But like Ahsoka's wonderful.
I don't know why her name went past me.
Yeah, well, you know, you just didn't care enough.
Now I want to try an adult onesie. I highly recommend trying an adult onesie. Like, okay,
I'm so
you know,
tempted
okay,
to like just go buy a onesie right now.
yeah, if you have like pajamas, right? You have like pants and a shirt, right? Well, if you have a onesie, there's no seam, right? So it's like you're naked, but you're warm.
Let's see here.
I highly recommend. Either Kyle Cantor or the Jedi Exile from KOTOR 2. Very nice.
They have. I might be buying a onesie right now. Don't listen to me.
Oh, that kills me! I'm happy. I'm happy I've persuaded you.
Yeah, I need to find the right one though. That's not good. That's not good. I'll keep looking, but hang on. I'm not going to spend my whole time, but I'm definitely going to buy one now. You've convinced me.
10 out of 10.
Alright, what are we at here? We are at 1769. What trap do you keep falling victim to?
Oh.
The Spanish Inquisition.
Okay, no, this is gonna go back to, that's funny. This is gonna go back to, what we were talking about earlier, about I care too much about what other people think, and it always just comes back as a trap, right? Like, my mom is very questionable, right? I'm not gonna get into that, but, I always, like, try to come back to her and reconcile a bit, and I just honestly need to kind of stop.
Ah, yes. I understand completely what you mean. That is a very easy trap to fall into, so don't feel bad. Me. What trap do I always fall into? The Spanish Inquisition.
The Spanish Inquisition. I got a Snorlax onesie! Yes, that's sweet, dude!
Aw, that's amazing.
10 out of 10.
Not as amazing as the one I'm about to get.
Wait, what
once
is
I find
it?
I haven't found it yet, but it's gonna be epic. What's a trap I fall into all the time? Let me think. Okay. So remember that friend I told you about that, like, we debate so much, we argue so much that we've considered doing a podcast for it?
Yeah.
He has a habit of intentionally arguing something that's absurd because he knows I'll fall for it. Like, he'll take an argument that is so insulting that I'm like, no, that's not, no, I'm gonna break this down. And oh, crap, you did that on purpose, didn't you? Like, I always fall for it, every single time.
That's funny.
It's not, it's sad.
Oh, yeah.
The thing that defines us as human beings is our ability to learn, and I've lost it somehow.
True. I'm over here being real, and you're over here like, hee hee.
No, I mean, there are more traps. So, like, if I want to be real like that, I have a, I don't fall into it all the time, but more often than I should. So, people that are narcissistic, I fall into the trap of trying to be their friend.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible idea, because people who are genuinely narcissistic are like a black hole. They'll just take and take and take
Yeah.
and take and take and take. And I tend to care very much about people. It's a terrible thing for me to do. And I have done it on multiple occasions throughout my life. And every time I convince myself, but this is different. This is not the same. And it's always the same.
Aww.
It's always the same.
Yeah. People can be rough. You gotta choose your friends well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, someone in dude, you said straws have 2 holes. Change my mind. Okay, let me change your mind here real quick, okay? Right, hear me out. Straws have no holes. If they had a hole, they would leak. Right? Think about it as like a sheet of
exactly
metal.
What I think.
Think of it as a sheet of metal, right? And you're rolling up this sheet of metal, no holes, right? It would leak with a hole.
Okay. Ooh. I have a question for you. Now that you've answered that the same way I would have answered that, I'm curious how you think about this.
Okay.
If I hand you a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And let's say it's a sandwich with bread, lettuce. It's a BLT.
Okay.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato,
Yeah.
and bread. Okay. And you take the bread and the lettuce and the bacon and the tomato, and you separate it all, and you eat them all one at a time. Have you eaten a sandwich?
That's really funny. I used to ask this type of question all the time to like my art professors in like life drawing. So it'd be drawing naked people and it'd be like, peanut butter sandwich, when is it peanut butter sandwich? And most of the consensus I got is when it's in your mouth and you can taste it, that's when it becomes like if it's all in your mouth at the same time, then like even if you eat it individually and don't swallow it, that's when it becomes a BLT. That's what most people have said to me.
You wanted to hear the deepest rabbit hole you've ever heard?
Okay, yeah.
This particular argument came about with my friend Jams, again, because we were arguing. Okay, someone said, nothing's impossible. We were watching something. I said, that's not true. There are things that are impossible. Like, I bet you couldn't eat a mountain with a spoon. And he was trying to find a way to eat a mountain with a spoon. He was like, well, if I converted it all into energy and then ate it that way. And I'm like, but then it's not a mountain anymore. And he's like, yes, it was. I'm like, it was, but it isn't. And then like from that, it went into, well, what makes a mountain a mountain?
Yeah.
Well, what makes a sandwich? Because if you eat them all separately, it's not a sandwich.
What if you shrink down the mountain to spoon size and you eat it?
You would never be able to pick it up. The funniest part was that was like a 2-hour argument, and then at one point he was like, actually, maybe we should look into if you could even consume that much energy without just dying. The answer is no, absolutely not. You would, like, even the smallest mountain in the world that we found, if it was converted into energy, would have 4 million times the largest nuclear bomb that was ever exploded. So you're not eating that.
So you're not eating that.
But that's the kind of conversations we have.
That's
but see,
funny.
you and I think along the same lines. It's not a sandwich if you eat everything separately. It's a sandwich because you ate it together.
Yeah.
And a straw doesn't have a hole. It was designed to be tubular. That's not the same thing.
I'm glad. We're straightening out some facts here. Oh, I have another popular one. So is cereal a soup?
It can be. It depends on your definition. My response is, I'm not happy about it, but yes.
That's the thing. Lots of soup are water-based, and you're putting milk in it.
But, so, according to the definition, we were on a stream once. I forget whose stream it was. I think it was Black Velvet Tea stream. And we looked at the definition. The definition was milk or water, hot or cold, and it has grains or meats or vegetables.
Yeah.
And technically speaking, since like Fruit Loops is made out of corn, which is technically a grain, it counts.
So it really depends on the cereal, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not a fan of it, but I have to admit that it could be a soup.
Okay. Straws are a hill. No, as in separate parts are not a sandwich. No, but think about it, right? If it's all hitting your mouth at the same time, like you take a bite of bacon, right? You take a bite of bread, you take a bite of lettuce, and you take a bite of tomato. And it's in your mouth, it tastes like a BLT. Are you not eating it together?
Yeah, some people might say it needs to be between two pieces of bread. I'd go with you. If it's all in there at the same time, it counts. But if you ate the bacon, and then the lettuce, and then the tomato, you haven't eaten a sandwich. You've had a very odd meal.
Fair.
Okay, here we go. 1869. What is the most magical place on Earth, in your opinion?
Oh. Okay, I have a few. So, okay, I have a coastside near where I'm at, right? And there's like a 1950s like area. you go into it and it straight up looks like the 1950s, right? And it looks like so magical. And it's in like the same like, how was it called? Same vein as like Disneyland when you visit like the let's say the Avatar park, where it's so themed that it seems so magical, or like Harry Potter and Universal Studios. Like they're themed so much. There's so much people that dress up for them that it seems real, right? And that you're living in another life or another, I don't know, timeline, whatever you want to say. And I eat that stuff up. That's super cool. It's just, I don't know, I sense a kit. I've always wanted to like fly away and go visit like somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's just, it made me happy.
This stream.
What?
This stream.
That's
my answer.
How is this stream magical?
Because we're here.
Wow, seems like you're dodging the question because you don't know how to answer it.
What? How dare you? How dare you suggest such a thing? I'll have you know I'm good at owning up to my mistake. No, I would say I live very close by. I love high places. Like, I'm someone who enjoys heights. Like, I'm not crazy about it, right? I don't want to be on the top of like a radio tower or anything, but I love sitting at the top of a mountain and staring out hundreds of miles into, you know, the terrain. And I can drive 30 minutes to a dozen places like that, and they're all just so fantastic. Like, so when I go hiking, I usually go hiking once a week. I'll hike up to a summit, and Alita and I will just sit up there for like an hour, and there's
Cute
no better
doggo.
place. There's just no better place. It's so quiet. There's no one bothering you. It's always windy, which I love wind, right? And the view is just stunning.
Huh. I haven't been too much like high places, so I wouldn't be able to vouch too much for it. I want to go hiking
But,
more at some point.
Hiking's great. Hiking's very good for your cardio. Especially at high elevations. Like, one thing I've noticed living here, where I do so high up, that it's the first time in my life where usually, if I'm breathing hard, my muscles are tired, right? But up here, because oxygen's less, I'll be like fine physically, and I'll be like, because like there's no air.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
They actually sell cans of oxygen for hikers up here.
I think I've heard of that before. It just reminds me of like the Lorax. I think it was Lorax where they sold oxygen for money.
But no, still low key this stream. Totally. Most magical place on earth.
Very magical.
Aren't you people lucky?
Yeah. Wow, very magical, yeah.
Okay, 1969. What is a hobby you really want to try, but worry you won't be good at?
Oh, God. It's a hard question for me because most of the... Singing is a really good example because I love singing. I just really worry I'm gonna be terrible at it, and that comes from like middle school. People are kind of making fun of me a little bit because I went up and had a solo, and I quit choir after that. But I still loved singing. Same on singing, yeah. I am forcing myself here soon though, and I'm gonna start releasing covers and stuff singing. So
I am literally going to answer the exact same. I sing all the time in my car, not around other people. But I am very shy when it comes to singing or dancing.
fair. Drawing fan art for me. Ooh, that's an interesting one. For me, like, I'm an artist. I've done it. I've done it since I was a kid. Like in middle school, I believe. And I will tell you what, they're terrible. My old drawings, like, oh man, like, no. Okay, So I have a very opinionated about drawing, right? In my opinion, drawing is more how you observe the world and understand how things work than it is actually having the muscles. It's how your brain understands to draw something. Like, so if you were to look up online, like, someone drawing with their non-dominant hand, their pictures would still be proportionally correct for the most part. You know, they just need to work out their hand muscles. It's because their brain and their head already know how that stuff works, like anatomy, color theory, observation. So, if you want to get into drawing, I would suggest just practice. Do one little drawing every day. And honestly, no cap. No lie. I'm gonna be real with you. Don't ever say it's like your own work or anything, but if you trace over a bunch of drawings, don't ever post it, don't ever say it's yours. You can get a really good feel for anatomy and how it works.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, that's what I did a lot as a kid.
I like that idea.
Yeah. You can also use a lot of references and copy those references from your eye onto paper as well.
Ooh, okay. Addendum to this question. What's a hobby that you may or may not want to do, but you know you would be terrible at? Like, you look at a hobby and you're like, yeah, I would so suck at that.
Programming. My
UFC.
dad... What's the UFC?
Ultimate Fighting Championship. I would die. I
know,
would get my butt kicked so much.
I used to take karate, and I used to actually be pretty decent at it.
That's better than me. Here's what would happen. The fight would start, and we would see if I could outrun him in circles around the ring. Because that man's a killer.
You know, something I also really wanted to try is ice skating. Like Olympic style ice skating, you know, where they do twirls and shit. Like, that shit is, like, cool. And they have, like, choreography. It's like dancing, but roller skating, kind of. I loved roller skating as a kid. And I wish I was better at ice skating.
I've done it a few times. I'm not very great at it, but I know what you mean. Like, when I watch someone ice skate and when they just fly across the ice at like 30 miles an hour, I'm like, God, that must be a really cool sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or wallpaper engine making. DM for a D&D campaign. I can't improve. Okay. Someone says this to me all the time. If you keep saying that you can't, you're never going to.
So I can't eat a mountain with a spoon.
Okay, shut up. Not what I meant. No.
But it's a fair point. How we talk about it affects our mindset.
Yeah, how your mindset goes about it. Like, yeah, exactly. Affects how you do and perform and that type of stuff. And, like, I do it all the time. That's, like, I say all the time, trust me, that I am. You know, I can't do this one thing. I'm not good at it, you know, and I need to stop.
So I'm gonna get a spoon.
See, if anyone ever challenges me to a fight, I'm just gonna use my car.
I feel like that is slightly against the rules for UFC.
I mean, if they can bring a chair in there. Wait, that's wrestling.
That's WWE. That's you know, it's an interesting thing about my nature, my personality, especially as empathic as I am. I hate watching UFC, mixed martial arts fighting. I enjoy, or at least I did. I haven't watched it for a long time, but I really enjoy WWE, like the fake wrestling. And the whole reason is because one is real and one is fake. I don't like watching people really trying to hurt each other because there's no way I can watch that without putting myself in their shoes. Like, if I see a highlight of the UFC and it's like a highlight of someone getting knocked cold, right?
So like those anatomy classes where they show you on how like people break their legs or whatever, like you like
I feel it. I can't not feel it because it's real. But WWE is fake. It's like I've explained this to a friend before. It's like live action shonen anime is what the WWE is. It's all written out in advance, and it's like a long drawn out fight between two people in a storyline, and I can enjoy that. I'm not suggesting it's not still physical, like people get hurt, but they're not trying to hurt each other.
I have a really funny teacher that's into like WWE like wrestling. It's quite funny.
I was into it a long time ago, and I do enjoy the games. Like I used to a couple of years ago, I ran a Twitch stream for or was it just YouTube? I think it was just a YouTube stream where I made a bunch of Marvel and DC characters and had a wrestling league with them.
It's funny.
Super nerdy.
Very lovely. And it's improv, like acting. That's true. That's something I'm a little spooked about as well.
It's hard. It takes practice.
Yeah.
You have to be good at improv acting. You have to change how you think. It's like having a sense of humor, right? People with good senses of humor think in a certain way. Like their brain is always finding the funny angle of, because humor and improv is all about being able to be quick. Like if you want to say something funny, you have to say it in the moment. Otherwise you miss it.
I feel like I'm not the best at doing the in the moment jokes like that.
But you can improve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like art. I was terribly unfunny when I was in high school. And I'm not suggesting I'm some comedian now, but I could make someone laugh, right?
Yeah.
But I was horrible at it. I had to train. I had to practice. I had to learn. And believe it or not, improv classes are wonderful for that. Didn't I break both my legs in the military? I broke both my feet in the military, yes. And then walked on them like an idiot.
Sorry, what's that about rolls? I can't hear you underneath my tire.
The next day I went to the doctor like I should have.
Before that?
I went to go to a breakfast. Okay, so my roommate's giving me a hard time.
I know the story.
Yeah, I broke both my feet and then walked on them for an entire day because I wanted to have steak and eggs in the morning.
I don't really like WWE nowadays. Mostly watch AEW now. That's fair.
I've heard good things about AEW. I don't like it as much as I used to. I still love the games. The games are fun. They're like slow-paced fighting games. Alright, here we are. We're in the 2000s now.
Ooh.
2169. What is one thing you'd never do for all the money in the world?
Sell my body.
That's fair.
I have my own personal reasons on that, but that is the one thing I will not do.
That's fair. Like, I don't begrudge someone who might, right?
Yeah, no,
That's
I don't
absolutely
either.
A personal choice you're well within your rights to make. I'd give a pinky.
Yeah!
For science and money.
And like, you could look at my VTuber model. Ooh, sheesh, you know?
For me, break someone's heart.
Aww.
And I'm not even saying like romantically, or it could be like a friend, right? But like, completely and utterly betray someone. Like, let's say an example of if this person absolutely adored you and loved you or were wonderful friends with you, I will give you $1 billion if you absolutely shatter
That's
them.
a good one as well. I would
I'd
never yeah.
Nope. I'll live in a box first.
I'd live in a box at first. I'm still funny, but that's on purpose. My jokes are just puns. Hey! I love puns. They're good jokes, personally. I have a pun for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, I hate to burst your bubble, Fiery, but if you make us laugh, you are funny. And puns are excellent.
Okay, guys. Okay, I got a point. Okay, you ready? What type of fish cleans the ocean floor?
What type?
What's the fish name that cleans the ocean floor?
I don't know.
I don't know isn't a fish.
I don't know.
A mermaid. Get it? Maid, you know, like, like clean, mermaid, because they're in the sea and they have the little flippers.
I think they'd be a little insulted if you called them a fish. Okay. What do you call a deer with 2 eyes?
Adorable.
A good idea.
That looks good. All right.
I had an uncle tell me that
That's
like an
funny.
hour after hitting a deer.
All right, I have another really good pun as well. You ready? What type of fish cleans the ocean floor? So I have a meme, right, with my family, and we just tell the same joke. Like, that joke. We tell that joke over and over, and it makes my little brother so upset. It's so funny. And I like to do it here, too, because it just gives me joy. Oh, my favorite thing about puns is I love over-explaining them, because it makes people either sigh or laugh.
Yep. But I will hazard a guess that over-explaining jokes are super hilarious, but mostly to me. If I'm doing it to please myself.
That's true, me too. I get joy from other people's suffering whenever I explain the joke.
Alright, 2269. What is the biggest favor someone has asked for you?
Biggest favor. I'm pretty blank on that one. I don't know.
I know. I don't know if I want to say.
It's true too.
Hmm.
I'm gonna reach it.
Nah, I will say. Let me see. What's the next biggest favor someone's asked of me?
Oh, for fuck's sake! And I started playing the second. She stopped reading my comment. I don't know if you guys responded. Oh, I'm sorry. So what I do with I turn pre-roll ads off, but I put ads throughout the stream that are like as long apart from each other as possible, because a lot of the times people leave stream when they click on a stream and it plays ads, right?
Yeah, I should do the same thing, I guess.
But I'm sorry. I'm squeaming. Well, I love it. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. I get it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, do what ads you want. The timing of that one was just got me as all. Aw, I'm sorry.
Like, it's hard because the biggest favor, you don't really sit there and think about what the biggest favor is, and the one that comes to my mind above all others is not one I think I'm comfortable sharing yet. Yeah. Maybe someday.
I have a few where people are like, hey, don't tell anyone about this one thing that happened. And I'm like,
I will say, I once drove 8 hours to pick someone up in Seattle because they lost their money, and then drove 8 hours back. But I feel like that's not a big favor. That's like reasonable. Just what you would do for a friend.
Reasonably big. I mean, like, it is 8 hours of driving, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. To me, like, that doesn't bug me. Like, a big favor means something that was hard for you to do. You know what I mean? And like, that is not hard for me to do.
That's where I'm like, I don't know.
You know what? I know one. So, and this is a good one too. So I was once almost in a relationship with someone, right? And I was really into them. I liked them a lot, and they liked me too. Mm-hmm. And we were really close. But someone else in their life that they were really, really into at one point basically came back into their life, right?
Oh yeah. And
they couldn't choose. Like, they were struggling to choose between both of us, and they once said, like, I wish you would stop chasing me and let me go, because I can't choose, and I did. I said,
Aw.
okay, go be with them, and it sucked. It really sucked.
That's rough.
But I mean, at the end, on the other end of it, like I think I learned that day that like, if there's a possibility of it being a choice, I don't think I want it. Like, I mean, if I am not the only one you're looking at, then you probably should just look at the other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but that was hard. That was a hard favor.
That's fair. Yeah, no, most of my like big favors are more secretive to me. I don't want to really
Right,
talk about.
same. Yeah. Hey, look, we ran into a question we weren't wanting to talk about.
I got
we had to hit
one
2000s
more.
first.
I hope it's okay. Yeah, tell me a pun. I love puns. The more puns, the better. The more puns, the merrier. Yes.
Let's see. 23, and while he's telling the pun, 2369.
Tell me the pun.
Do you have a funny nickname for someone other than yourself?
A funny nickname for someone other than me.
Correct.
I don't really come up with nicknames for people, but I do like to make fun of, like, sometimes I like to make fun of some people's usernames, right? And I'll be like, oh, Greki Goo, or I'll be like, Zenny Zoo, you know, like, I like to add zoo or goo or whatever at the end of people's names because I find it funny.
Right.
That's about it, that's all I got.
I have a habit of picking the middle of the... So, like, for usernames, like, usually you'll either pick the first or the last. Like, for example, like Fiery Hephaestus, right?
Yeah.
Some people, they're not going to say Fiery Hephaestus every time. They'll either say Fiery or they'll say Hephaestus, or maybe if they're really busy, they'll say Tuss. I like to go chaotic. I like to go like Rihi. Rye, Rihi.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, go right for the middle.
Right for
like
the
Ospa.
middle.
It's not Halo Spaz, it's Ospa.
That's funny. I like that. Yep. 100%.
It's definitely not something I've ever run into anyone else doing. Right.
For whatever reason, when I was young, I always called my uncle Ubi, and that is still my name for him. That's a pretty cute name. There's no Uncle Brad in my mental dictionary, only Ubi. That's pretty
fair.
cute.
Like my grandmother on my mom's side is Nana. Like I don't call her grandmother or grandma or anything. It's just Nana. It always has been, always will be. So I get you.
Yeah, I call my grandma Nana too.
Oh, here's a good one. You'll like this one. 2469. What fairy tale character do you most relate to?
Oh, that's rough.
What's the name of the cat? Oh, what's the name of the cat? Fairy
Which
tale.
cat?
The cat with Natsu.
Happy?
Happy! Yes, I relate to Happy.
Oh wait, are we talking about fairy tales? As in like...
I'm pretty sure the book wasn't, but I sure as hell am.
Oh! That's funny. Well, if we're talking about fairy tale characters from the show, the anime.
Uh-huh.
Oh god. Urza.
Urza, really?
I like her a lot. I relate to, right? I don't know. She's really strong.
You
independent.
carry hundreds of swords on
Yes!
your head at any
She's
one
just
time.
so cool.
Oh my god, when she walked in there and did the challenge all by herself.
Ooh.
Oh, so good. Not that kind of fairy tale. Fine. Actual fairy tales. Who do I relate
You
to the
nut.
most?
When do you know a dad joke becomes a dad joke? When it becomes a parent. Get it? Because dad's a parent?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because it's a
Yeah,
parent.
because...
I use that
Happy,
way too much.
happy. Nothing.
You know what? No, I'm sticking to my answer. It's Happy.
Yeah.
I'm not choosing another fairy tale character.
Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah. 2569. We are nearing an end here. Can you
Oh.
believe that? Alright, 2569. What is currently taxed that you feel should have no taxes?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's something that is taxed that I feel like should not have taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know necessarily on the tax part, but in terms of like having to pay for a few items, I think it's dumb. Like I don't know. Like girl products for when they're on their monthly cycle. I think is really dumb to have to pay for that.
I kind of agree.
And like a few like really small like things like that, I think it's really like water. It's kind of dumb to pay for, in my opinion. I mean, I can understand why, but in terms of taxes, though, like I don't know. I guess taxing hospitals and stuff, like them
like medical care.
Yeah.
I was gonna say medication. There's a lot of states that tax medication.
That's fair. And at the same point, though, like if they stop taxing medication, it's gonna go up in other areas. So like, it's a really hard question to answer.
Yeah, taxes are complicated.
Yeah.
It's so true. Gas. I mean,
yeah.
I hate that gas is taxed, but like Xullea just said, if you don't tax gas, it's gonna come from somewhere.
Like food. Speaking of, dude, food prices, gas prices have shot up. At least
I'm feeling the pinch so bad because I just got an SUV. It's like 10 miles a gallon less than the car I had before.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love the car, but
oh, it's rough.
It's rough.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh, here's one. 2669. What is something your parents love that you actually love too?
My parents love video games.
That's right. Your parents made video games.
They make video games. Yep.
Excellent. Tabletop role-playing games. My father actually wrote and published and sold his own tabletop game back in the 80s called Monsters and Slayers. Yeah. I have a whole box of them that I didn't sell.
Aw. My dad, okay, funny story, right? My dad, he was in the talks with, who's the guy? Gary Gygax? Something like that, who made D&D, right? And they were about to sign a contract with him to make a D&D game, right? And he died that week. The contract fell through. So, like, my parents met him. So, like, my parents also got me into role-playing, too, and I love that as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, you have some pretty cool parents.
Lucky, I jelly. Yeah, my parents are also into video games. Yeah.
I think my parents are pretty cool, though they did steal my Nerf guns to paint them for steampunk props.
That's kind of cool, though.
Still a little. I mean, yeah, it is cool, but
I feel like that would look better, though.
I didn't get it back. That's the problem.
Oh, if you got it back, then that would have been fine. Because it'd be like, I have a sweet Nerf gun over here, custom paint job, you know?
Here we go. 2769. What childlike characteristics do you still retain? Just one? I can only pick one.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, no, that says characteristics, plural.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I'll make a list.
I make dumb noises still. I'm like, beep, boop, you know, like.
I do too. I still, there's so many. I still like childlike things, right? I still watch cartoons.
Me too.
I still play old video games and things meant for kids. Okay. So I don't have any kids, right? But on the times in my life when I have had like children over, or I was babysitting, or I was with my niece or nephew or whatnot, I love playing child games with them.
Really?
Playing with stuffed animals, having tea parties. I used to have tea parties with my nieces when they were younger. I adore it. I love it.
That's nice. I have 3 little brothers, right? And maybe it's because, like, when I was a kid, I wasn't into, like, some of the stuff they're into right now. But I have a hard time, like, playing with them. Because they'll, like, you're casually, making something together, and they'll just fucking destroy it, and then mock you, and then you're like, I don't want to be here anymore.
You need less aggressive siblings.
Oh, they're so bad. They're so aggressive. I love them though. They're my brothers.
So at the last convention I was at, where I was working with the LARP people to promote the LARP, right? And we had a big place squared off, and we had a bunch of padded weapons, and the whole thing is you could come in and you could play with padded swords, right?
Yeah.
And I would take on all the little kids because I didn't want little kids fighting each other. They're gonna kill each other because they don't know how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was always facing off like 3 or 4 like 5-year-olds, right? And I'm just doing my best to make them feel cool. I'm not trying to beat them or anything. And I do the whole dramatic like, oh, you got me, oh, and I fall down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, one of them, this little kid, couldn't have been more than 5. I get down, I do the whole thing, I fall down, oh, you got me. He comes over to me, bends over, get up. I'm just like, oh my god.
My little brothers, one time I was babysitting them, right, all 3 of them, and we were playing like a game outside, right, and they were like, 2 of them were being bandits, right, and they were trying to take our, I think it was like a bucket full of like water or something dumb like that, I don't know, and we had to defend them, me and my littlest brother, right, and I acted like, I don't know, it's really fun. I acted like, oh no, you got me. Oh, this is so hard,
Yeah.
Even though realistically, I could just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, exactly. One of the best things in the world is to let them beat you. Or what I love doing with little kids is when you're horse playing like that, you just go down and don't get up. You just feign unconsciousness just to see how they react.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they'll like come up and they'll start like slapping your face.
I have something akin to that, right? In the past, when I was like a kid before my brothers were really born, I used to lay on the floor all the time, right? And then they got born and all that jazz, and I used to keep laying on the floor. They'd come up and like bother me and like lay on me, and they're like, Cece's on the floor, let's you jump on her. That's not my real name. They just call me Cece, like sister. So they dog pile on me, and it's like, God, I'm gonna stop laying on the floor. It's funny.
We have 2 questions left. We have 269 left. All right, 2869. What is the worst problem you ever had to solve that you didn't create?
Oh, I have one. Okay. This will be a little real talk here, right? There's a few of my friends, right, at the time where I think 2 of them wanted to commit suicide, right? And I went to the teacher with it, and yeah, it was a problem I didn't have to solve, or I solved, but I wasn't directly like involved with it. That was a really rough like night.
Oof, yikes. Sorry. Mine is actually very recent. So I was driving from Farmington, New Mexico, back home after Thanksgiving. I was going to drop my mom off at the airport, right? And this is 4:30 in the morning. It's completely dark. We're on a 2-lane highway, and a deer runs right out in front of me, like to the point where there's nothing I could do. I couldn't even slam on the brake. There wasn't enough time. I hit it hard.
Oh.
And it was really bad because my car was smoking. I had no idea how damaged it was. I was clearly leaking some sort of fluid. I needed to get to mom to the airport in like the next 30 minutes. I am 7 hours away from home. I am 30 minutes away from a small town called Durango, and it's 4:30 in the morning, right?
That's rough.
And it's below freezing. So it was all really rough. I limped to the airport. I got my mom there, and then I limped to Durango and managed to get the car there and waited for 3 hours in the freezing car, no heater, waiting for someone to open, and called everywhere in town, and not a single mechanic was willing to help me or open.
Wow, why?
So it's like the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I have a car that is badly damaged, 7 hours from home, no one I know in the city, and no one willing to help me. It was really tough. I went to a Denny's, I had breakfast, and I did one of those things where, so what I normally do, if I'm really in a tough spot, I will force myself, stop, think about the problem, take it one step at a time. Because if you just stress out, you're never going to accomplish anything, right? And to be fair, I had every reason to stress out. But I thought about it step by step. Okay, what's going on? The car is leaking. What's the car leaking? Because I'm not great with cars, right? But okay, let me go look. And I went and looked and found it was the radiator was leaking. As far as I could tell, it was only leaking from one spot, as far as I could see.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, maybe it's just leaking from that one spot. So if I can seal this, maybe. And so I just took it one step at a time. I sealed the hole up with some epoxy that I got at a hardware store that I walked to. And I sealed it up. And then I ran the car, and it looked like nothing was leaking. So I drove the car for about a good 15 minutes. Looked like nothing was leaking. So I slowly drove the car 7 hours home in a very stressful drive home, because there is not a single town between Durango and where I live that I would call a town. It's like nothing but mountains.
Rough.
So if my car had broken down, I'd be in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, God.
I got home. I did a good enough patch job on my car that I managed to get home. But my gosh, that
is terrifying. Yeah, actually, recently last year, my friend's car got hit by a deer as well. And that was terrifying. We were going to go jet skiing at a lake, right? And the deer just came out of nowhere and whap. It hit I think it was called like the A-frame. It's like where the front window and the side window in between that.
Yeah.
Like that big, like, and that thing is not supposed to bend, and it did. So like, deer hit it hard.
Yikes. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, and then I had to just follow suit like a month later.
Yeah. Why'd you copy me?
I'm sorry. It sounded fun.
Okay. Let me read.
Hey, Kat.
Hello. Pork, it's been a long time. Hello, Pork. Okay. Still in a video. Lucky, jelly. Maybe when they start making live action stuff better than anime stuff, I'll stop watching that. Still play Pokemon. That's fair. What anime, video games, or movies would you go?
Oh, I see. Like, what world would we want to live in to be like Jedi or Naruto, whatnot?
One Piece.
One Piece. Okay, so here's my answer, and it always makes people I think it's kind of boring. Like, if you take the greater question there is like, what world would you want to live in, right?
Yeah.
Star Trek, because it's the only world that's not terrifying. Like, think of any Star Wars or One Piece.
Did you say Star Trek? That's a really good one too.
Because Star Trek is not only is it not terrifying, right? There's not always things trying to kill you like in every other fictional story, but like their technology has reached a level where people don't need money anymore. There's no scarcity.
Yeah,
you are not forced to work in the world of Star Trek.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, as long as you're contributing to society.
Exactly,
is what it says.
But like, for example, if I lived in the world of One Piece, I probably would have died before I was 30.
That's fair. I know. I kind of agree with that. That's you changed my mind a little bit. Though I would like to live in One Piece and have Ace's ability as a fire. Because
Ace's ability? Oh, okay. What would be my Devil Fruit ability? What would I want? I knew this question, but now I can't think of it. But I knew
what does
it
it do?
Point. I don't. No. Like, I can't. I have to think of what I'd want. Like, at one point I knew which one I would want, but now I can't remember what that was. Probably. Gosh, I can't think of it right now. But there was one, like, I used to have this all planned out. Like, I would be this one because I could do so much with it, right? Now I can't think of it for the life of me. I feel like I need to know now.
Aw.
It wasn't one of the most popular ones. Like, it wasn't fire. It wasn't.
Honest. Oh,
music.
now that I think about it, there's like a phoenix fruit, right? That also has fire. You can fly like a phoenix and it heals
Oh
people.
yeah, Marco.
Yeah, I would actually take that one over the fire one.
That's maybe the one I would have taken. The only thing with Marco that's a little harsh is that unlike most Logia fruit, he still feels the pain. Like, so most Logia fighters, they don't get injured because they're fire, right? He gets injured, he just heals very quickly.
Yeah.
So you'd still feel the pain.
Which sucks.
Heal really
but
quickly. Yeah.
I think the fruit looks so cool.
No, I agree. It's really cool. That might have been my pick too, because my gosh, you'd be so hard to kill.
Yeah. A phoenix. Okay. SAO, so I could try the nerve gear. Very fair. But wouldn't you be like connected to it at that time?
Hey, we're almost there. I just saw a video today where people have already made mind control things for games in VR. Like, it's something that attaches to the back of your head, and it can read your cortex so that, like, if you look at a dot, that dot can light up.
Ooh.
Yeah,
They're also
we're there, guys.
We're also getting, you know, like holodecks from Star Trek?
Yes.
There's like real life holograms, you know, that they're starting to make. You know, if you've seen like Miku in her concerts, she's hologram. She's a 3D hologram. Or like even League of Legends did 3D holograms last year, I think. For KDA, right? So like, I wonder if they can make like a holodeck with that, you know, and program a bunch of different things with it.
Confession time?
Yeah.
I used to have the Miku Miku concert on my playlist for YouTube. Because A, not only were the songs pretty good, but B, I thought it was so impressive. I used to watch it a lot.
Very fair.
Alright, we have one question left.
Let me answer. Let me read all of these comments.
Sure.
And it's mountainous. Mountains. Same, but I'd like to be either fairy tale or magic stuff. Or the Star Wars, to become a Jedi and learn Sith lightning and just travel the solar system. That's very fair. I wanna travel. I think that's super cool. One Piece is like my favorite anime. Me too. It's one of my favorites as well. Stop thinking and it will come to you. I like Luffy's being rubber ability. So many possibilities, and you get hit by hockey. It's still the same as getting hit as if you're weren't a Logia type. Yeah, nice. I agree. Luffy's pretty cool too. He can do a lot of stuff with it.
That's true.
Go ahead. Read the last one. Woo!
The last question actually is a very fitting question.
Really?
What excites you about the future?
Ooh. I'm really optimistic about, like, okay.
You can't say the space station, you already said that.
No, I know, I wasn't gonna say that. What excites me about the future? Okay. I have a few things. One is streaming. I really love doing it, and I hope I can meet new people and a lot more friends and stuff. I don't know. I really have a passion for it, and I like it a lot. So I'm really excited for streaming in the future, like just that going forward, you know. What other like things would I be excited for? There's a few other more personal ones that I'm excited for. I don't know, like pretty basic life goals ones, you know, like getting married, all of that jazz.
Tomorrow.
Eating tomorrow. True. Dude, you don't understand. I have a life goal. I really am craving hamburgers just this last month. I don't know why, but I have been, right? So, like, I kind of want to go to, like, McDonald's and be like, hello, can I have one quarter pounder, please, with cheese as a deluxe? Deluxe quarter pounder with cheese, yes. Yummy.
Oh my god. You know what you need to do? You need to drive up to the window and within full view of them, mark it off your bucket list.
That'd be funny.
And check.
You know, it's
Done.
really funny. I was in the drive-thru once with a bunch of like college friends, right? And I was like, I don't know why, but my brain stopped for a second, and I told the person, like in the drive-thru, like in the radio drive-thru, I was like, oh, "Can I have burger, please?" And I died. I said something else and it just didn't make sense. It sounded like I had some type of, like, I don't know, speech disability.
Oh
it sounded.
You should have
One
committed
burger,
to it.
please.
I'm sorry, what?
Thank you for the
said
follow.
burger,
Hello.
please.
Oh, I felt so
Oh.
embarrassed. But thank you for the follow. Hello. Welcome to the crew. Love to
I'm
have you
excited-
here.
I'm excited. This is gonna sound a little silly, but I'm excited for the next big story. So, like, I love stories of all kinds: books, movies, shows, whatever, video games, right?
Yeah.
And there have been a couple of times in my life where I have been so into something that it was just phenomenal. Like the Mass Effect trilogy.
Okay, yeah.
It's how Xullea and I met, actually. But like the Mass Effect trilogy, the first time I played through it was such an amazing experience because it was so epic and wonderful. And then the same thing is like the culmination of the Marvel movies, like the Infinity War and Endgames and all that, because it had built up so much and there had been so much investment, and it was a worldwide phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
The Harry Potter movies were another one. I'm excited for whatever's next. The next big world
That's
phenomenon.
true. I'm
story
excited for the next new like MMO, right? And I thought New World was gonna be
Right.
that, but they flopped so hard with their with how they handled their game after release. And it should have been baked a little bit more in the end, like oven for Endgame.
Right.
But I loved that game. It had so much potential, and I am an MMO junkie. I love me some good old MMOs. You know, I've been playing some
Mhm.
Final Fantasy lately on
I saw.
a lot of my other streams. Yeah, and reading the story, which is hard for me to do. I apologize for anyone who's seen those streams.
I have a friend, Kyron, who's been pushing me through Final Fantasy 14, which you've seen.
Ooh.
But I'm not touching it for like a few months because the queues to get in are so
Yeah,
absurd. I'm not.
That's
even-
fair.
And I'm still on base game, so I can wait.
Yeah, but
But like, there's certain stories / games that come along that are just worldwide phenomenal, right?
I might say Final Fantasy is kind of getting to that point. Her story
is.
is just so good.
I've heard.
Yeah, and I heard.
Well, I mean, think of it, an MMO that's what, 8 years old now almost?
Yeah.
And it is so popular that there's queues of thousands of people.
Oh
just to
yeah,
get
and they
started.
can't get servers anymore because the semiconductors and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
it's so hard to get them. It's rough. Dude, I
But,
love
like,
Final Fantasy.
I remember so hyped for Mass Effect 3 that while we were waiting for it to come out, I was part of the BioWare forums and would spend my days debating theories and plans and thoughts and all this stuff, and for days because there was that much excitement and hype.
Aww.
And, it's not often I get that, right? That's not common.
Yeah.
But it will happen again, right?
hmm
So I can't wait for the next big whatever. And the thing is, I'm talking about something I've never even thought of before. Like, I know there's some stuff coming in the pipeline that's gonna, like Marvel. Still love the Marvel movies, and I'm sure they'll come up to another culmination, right? I know that Star Wars is trying to do that kind of thing. But I'm talking about something that's gonna come in like 3 years that none of us have even thought of before, and it's
Yeah.
gonna blindside all of us.
Well, have you watched Arcane? It
Is that a show?
It's a show. Yes, it's a League of Legends show, and I
Oh,
know.
with Jinx. Yeah.
Yeah, it is so good. Like,
If
so
I've
good.
never played League of Legends, would I appreciate
Yes.
it? No. Okay.
Yeah, I would highly recommend it because they go
I
from
still
the
have to watch.
character's backstory from when they were a child. Like, go pretty in depth.
I need to watch that. I need to watch Witcher 2. I need to watch Wheel of
I
Time.
think Arcane is shorter than Witcher 2. It only has 9 episodes, each like 45 minutes long.
That's about the same.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought Witcher
Yeah,
was
I think,
longer.
season 2 has like 8 episodes. So.
Okay. Oh, have you watched
But,
season 1 already?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've read the books and all.
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But no, like that's what. Like I'll go so far as to say that I will be sad, like that I can't live forever, because I sometimes think about what wonderful story am I gonna miss 100 years from now. Right? Like 100 years from now, there's gonna be an epic movie, game, whatever, that's going to be a world phenomenon that I would adore that I won't get to experience.
Yeah, and that's why it's gonna sound really dumb, but have you like cryo sleep or
Stasis.
like stasis?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, I like looked at that. I'm like, I wish.
No.
I know.
I want scientists to get on this whole telomere thing so that we can start living to be 150 instead of just 80.
Telomere?
Telomeres, yeah.
I don't know this.
Telomeres are at the end of your genetic sequences in your cells, and they are what tell your RNA to stop. So basically, when your RNA makes new cells, right, it goes down your DNA chain and copies everything, and the telomere is what tells it to stop.
Okay.
But we only have so many telomeres.
I think I've heard of this before.
It's a large reason for why we age. We lose more telomeres, and as we lose telomeres, we gain more defects in our cells. So if we could find a way to replenish telomeres, like for example, jellyfish, who live forever, replenish their telomeres, and they will live until something kills them.
Really? That's interesting.
Jellyfish are effectively immortal in the sense that they don't ever die of age. They will just live. Well, not all jellyfish, but a lot of them. They will live forever and ever. Lobsters are the same way. They can replenish their telomeres, I believe, and they will live until they are killed or die of their own weight.
That's interesting.
Yeah, lobsters do not die by natural like by health or by age. I mean, they don't get old and die. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually they will die because they crush themselves in their own shell.
Hopefully, that'd be cool. I'm a little spooked for death, but you know, it happens.
Right, it happens, but it would be nice if it happened later, so that I could see the next Marvel, whatever it's gonna be.
Well, I
right?
think you still have time.
Because here's the thing to think about, guys. In a decade from now, there will have been a story released that you will find spectacular, that you never would have thought of at this moment. Right? That'll be unlike anything you ever thought. That's something to be excited for.
That's true. Yeah. Very exciting. Ooh, let me read this. IRL SAO is going to be the next big MMO. The first full VR MMORPG. Yeah, I'm calling it now. That'd be cool. But you need to make VR more like, what is it? In most homes, like in a lot of homes, like the Wii. You know, people.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it is, but it's not there yet.
Not there yet. Yeah, I know. I mean, Facebook is trying to make it.
Oh, cool. I don't even. The metaverse.
I think we'll probably, if it ever gets released, Star Citizen will be the next.
Oh, yeah, I am.
If it ever gets released.
I'm tickled. I'm excited. I've played it a few times.
Me too. Like, it's the only, like, I kid you not, when I was a little kid playing, like, X-Wing or Rebel or whatever, like, Starfighter games, right? I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if there was a game where you could do that, but then you could get out and you could go walk around and you could shoot things and you could do this, you could do that, and Star Citizen is that. It's all of that. Ooh, of course, exciting. It's been a decade and it's still not out, so I'm not really holding my breath.
Fair. Gorgeous, though. It's like on the levels of Cyberpunk. The most gorgeous game graphics I've seen is Cyberpunk and Star Citizen.
Well, when it's not glitching.
Well, yeah.
I have like a collection of glitches from my time playing Cyberpunk.
Funny. Oh, I have a collection of Star Citizen glitches. There's one where I like yeeted out of a ship and landed on the ground. And there's one where I yeeted out of a ship and landed on the ceiling. A lot of yeeting out of ships.
But I do think that if they ever release that game the way they intend, I will lose months of my life.
Fair.
Oh, that's it. We did all the 69s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Finish up reading shit here. Have you played Kingdom Hearts? And what world would you want to be in? I personally have not played Kingdom Hearts, so it's hard for me to answer that question. But is Final Fantasy in it any?
Yes. It's half Final Fantasy, half Disney.
Okay, I probably want to be in one of the Final Fantasy worlds. I just like Final Fantasy a lot.
I don't think any of the worlds are from Final Fantasy. The characters are from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, then
I could be wrong. For the most part, like the worlds are mostly Disney worlds, but a lot of the characters, like for example, you run into Cloud in the Hercules world, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, then I wouldn't know. I would need to play them.
They're good games.
I've heard some people say that, and some people say that they're bad. I don't know. I get a mixed bag.
They are complicated as far as story goes.
Really? You'd say so? So some people say that they're not, and they're just like really kind of. I don't know.
When I say complicated, that's a nice way of saying convoluted.
Okay.
But convoluted gives it a bit too much a negative, in my opinion. The story is very, very, complex.
Okay.
Lots of things that go on, and you're like, oh wow, that's a lot of stuff there.
Woo. Fair. Okay.
To be fair, I mean that's Final Fantasy games in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Like no one's gonna say that Final Fantasy X wasn't a bit of a convoluted story.
True. I gotta catch up with Netflix Witcher. I only watched like the first episode a while back.
It's good stuff.
I
love it.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's pretty good. I
know some people struggle with the first season because the first season skips around time a lot. Like it'll jump decades in a single episode type of thing, back and forth, and it can be really kind of confusing to follow. And the reason for that was that the writer of Witcher originally wrote a bunch of short stories, and season 1 was trying to like cover all the short stories.
Oh.
But it has a good through line. If you can get through season 1, I've heard season 2 is much more.
I heard that they kind of went away from the books in season 2.
I don't know. When I watch it, I'll let you know.
Fair. Mihoyo, the creators of Genshin Impact, they're working on it. Wait, working on what? Maybe the next big... Oh, the next big MMO? Huh.
I've seen Genshin Impact. I think it looks great. I also wonder why Breath of the Wild hasn't sued them already.
You think so? I think it's quite different.
It's got mechanics straight lifted from Breath of the Wild. The glide mechanic, a lot of how the combat works, the climbing mechanic are all the exact same.
I've played both games, and the combat feels a little different in Genshin. It's more interactive, at least in my opinion.
No, that's true. Actually, I will say the combat goes more in depth because you have different elements and different characters.
And
whereas
more to combine with, and even more abilities to press as well.
But the general, like the glide mechanic, the climb mechanic, those kind of things are one for one.
It also has a really different story.
That I wouldn't know. I haven't played, but like I said, it looks fun. And don't get me wrong, I loved Breath of the Wild, so I probably enjoy Genshin.
Yeah, I can understand why you'd say it's very similar, because I agree with that, but there's also a lot of points that kind of makes it unique. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people do like it too, because a lot of people loved Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm. And I want to be clear here, I'm not serious. I know why they haven't been sued, because like there's a difference between taking inspiration of a climbing mechanic and actually copying a whole game. Like that's not the same thing. I understand. Just wanted to be clear.
Very true. As long as I have my mind, they're fun, but I keep getting lost in the middle.
So Kat was saying as long as she has her mind, and she's talking about she doesn't mind living longer, right?
Oh,
I guess that makes sense. Like, it would stink if we lived to 150, but we still age when we're 80. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Like, that wouldn't be fun.
Yes,
and then they are fun, I think she's talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. Was that me? Oh, and it was me. Thank you. Hello, I appreciate it. I guess that wasn't set up with my stuff. I apologize. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube.
Oh, I'm in the way of his subscribing thing. Oops.
Oh, it was to my YouTube. Very lovely. That's why it's not set up. Oops. Should go and set those up along with my
I have
Twitch.
read the first couple of books, including the short stories, so I don't think I got too lost. Yes, Halo. You won't get too lost. You'll know what's going on, more or less. Oh, he's saying that Maheo is working on an SAO lesson.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. I like SAO. Well, most of SAO.
Yeah, I don't like the first season or first half of the season is a little weird. I wish they went into more detail with it, and like it wasn't as much as like I wouldn't say harem-y, but harem-y, you know?
It was harem-y.
Yeah.
And all the worst kinds of harem-y too. Like the thing that gets me on both ends is obviously like all the girls like the guy. Okay, that's unrealistic and a bit fan servicey. But on the other hand too, no guy is that naive.
Yeah.
Like the guy is just, he doesn't see it. He doesn't understand.
And
They're just friends.
And he's
buddy.
super like overpowered. Like he could have 2 swords. Like, come on.
I know. I've always enjoyed isekai type of things. Like I was a big fan of Dot Hack back in the day, which is basically just proto SAO.
I think I watched a few episodes of it.
Well, it's a game.
I thought
The
they
Dot
have
Hack
a Dot
animes
Hack
are-
anime. Yeah.
They do. It's an acquired taste, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's why
I mean,
they
don't get me wrong,
continue.
I like it, but I like it because I played the games and I care about the lore. Right?
Well, you
I
don't
don't know if I
understand.
suggest it.
You don't understand. He's the coolest generic man ever.
You know what? Here's what I will say I really enjoyed about SAO. And I've said this before. The relationship that he had with Asuka, I think is her name, and their daughter was just a good, wholesome relationship. Like, anime has this horrible trope of if a guy and a girl like each other, they have to fight 90% of the time.
I thought it was like
Only
Asuna or
once in a
something
while.
like that.
Asuna.
Asuna,
yes.
yeah, okay.
But like in most anime, they have to pretend like they hate each other, and then once in a while just admit that they like each other,
Okay,
right?
that's
That's
true,
an
yeah.
anime thing, and I hate it. But in SAO, once they admitted they liked each other,
Yeah.
they never stopped liking each other and acted like a real couple. And then they got the daughter and treated her
Yeah.
like a daughter.
That
It
was
nice.
cute. I will say, I heard that like it gets better in the later seasons, and their relationship gets like better, and it's like more fleshed out. But I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it sometime by myself.
I will say skip season 2.
I've watched season 2 or half of season 2, I believe. I actually kind of liked Gun Gale. I thought the concept was cool.
I thought the concept was cool. What drove me nuts was like, oh, she wants to cuddle up against me. I guess that's okay. She doesn't mean anything by it. I was like, dude, you're such an idiot.
Oh.
But no, I started watching the one that came after like Alice or whatever. Those are really good.
Huh, okay.
I think of the name of them. But it's like season 3 and 4. Those are really good. But yeah.
The first books including stories, but I think I lost. I'll say a game I was working on, yeah. Yes, Squee. I big differ. That was the creator's first work. He's making it better now. Yeah, I have heard about that. That he was working. The games were better. Also heard that I think I heard that the game stories were better.
For Dot Hack?
No, I thought. Oh, were they talking about Dot Hack or for SAO?
I don't think SAO has a ton of games.
It has a few.
Possible. I'm thinking it was Dot Hack.
Probably.
It's hard to tell. Perception is colored by that one relationship. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that one is.
Wait, see, my perception of that relationship is colored by one side character. If you know, you know.
I guess I don't know.
Oh, oof. That was sarcasm, by the way. I figure I should clarify, you know, text. Very fair. Thank you, I appreciate it. Well, we finished all our questions, didn't we?
We did. We succeeded.
We did. That was...
We got good at just chatting.
We, honestly, pretty good just chatting stream.
Yeah, it was. Like, when we were talking about it, we were like, I've never done one of these before. Like, what do we do?
We just chat.
We just talk, and we did it. We nailed
Yeah,
it.
we
I
look-
would so far as say we got S rank.
Yes! Rank
Yeah.
S tier stream. See what percent? Okay. Look, I'll just say 6.5, and if that doesn't raise any memories, good. Witcher games are dope.
Witcher games are dope. That's true. Witcher. Did you ever play Witcher 3?
I have it. I've played like an hour of it.
It's super good.
We're trying to.
It's one of. It puts the lie because there was a lie for the longest time that open world games couldn't have good stories because like you had Skyrim and Fallout and all that.
Yeah.
But then there was this game that has a phenomenal story.
Wait, Skyrim and Fallout had really good stories.
Main story was not great for Skyrim. Fallout, it people say it doesn't. I can appreciate it. Like I enjoyed it when I played it, but a lot of people hate it. But Wild Hunt has a wonderful story set in an open world.
Yeah, I don't know if I've never really played. I don't know. I haven't heard much of that game. That's all.
You'll play it someday.
Yeah, someday.
Your dream will tell you to.
Yeah. You know it. Are you gonna infiltrate my dream and tell me to play it?
All right. Before we go, what do you call a fish that cleans the bottom of the ocean?
Cleans the ocean floor. I don't know. What is it? Wow. I don't know.
It's a mermaid.
Oh my god.
I did it. I did it.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you very much. I think that's a good note to leave off on it. Very lovely. Finished my cherry. What is it? Glacier cherry Gatorade, the clear kind. Ooh,
I finished my peach tea.
that sounds like a lovely time to end off. Thank you.
Are you gonna see them before Christmas? Are you streaming again before Christmas time?
Wait, see who before Christmas?
Your viewers, like, are you streaming again?
I might be. It really depends on time. I don't know if I can do Wednesday or not because my family might have something for us to do, and my parents and my parents' parents are divorced, so I have a lot of things to go to. But we'll see. Do you have like a collab or something planned?
No, I have nothing planned.
Fair.
I like the idea of being lazy.
Yeah, a lot of people like
I
that
mean,
idea.
I've got my normal streams planned, right? And I was thinking of like a 12-hour on Christmas Eve, but I'm not like I might start streaming on Christmas Eve and just see where it goes, right? But I'm not making any plans.
Okay, yeah. That's very lovely. Okay,
Uh-huh.
let me go to Twitch really quick and see if any of my friends are streaming right now.
Yeah. There's that crazy Space Fox Xullea Chaotic.
Huh? I'm about to not stream. What do you mean? Okay, so there is a very lovely person to invade.
X.
Her name is Black Velvet Tea. She's the only friend streaming at the moment. She always streams really late.
She does
And
way too much.
Love
That's
her though.
great because she's a wonderful raid target because she's always streaming.
Yeah. Agreed.
Mhm.
Alright, so here's Black Velvet Tea. She's playing... I don't know what she was playing. I think she was playing
Marvel,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
Miles Morales. Yeah.
Very lovely.
On her PS5. I'm so jealous.
Oh, me too. But yeah, I'm gonna raid her. Let's say Winston sent you, or Xullea sent you. Oh, and say Squee was here too. Ah. Oh, that'll be fun. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. We should do this more often. I think it was a very calming, lovely thing.
Yeah, it was. It was nice.
It might just be my Monday streams. Because my game died.
It went well.
see you around. Thank you for joining me. Bye, everybody. I love you all. Thank you for joining
Bye,
me
everyone.
too, Squee. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Yay.